I knew I wasn't going to be able to outpower him because my first time coming up to 200. So I knew I had to use the gifts that God gave me. Do you guys want to see Canelo versus David Benavidez? Enough said. Enough said. That means that we can't leave that fight on the table. I knew I wasn't going to be able to outpower him because my first time coming up to 200. So I knew I had to use the gifts that God gave me. Do you guys want to see Canelo versus David Benavidez? Enough said. Enough said. That means that we can't leave that fight on the table.
Man, B3 Picks TV, we back again. Punch the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. We definitely working. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. Man, what a beautiful weekend of boxing. Phenomenal weekend. I got my brother D Free in here. Make sure y'all follow D Free Sports Talk and follow everybody in the Sports Talk Network. We growing. And listen, it was a beautiful elevation this weekend. I mean, and D Free, he's been calling, he's been letting everybody know who the #1 pound for pound was in the world. And David Benavidez, he solidified that. I don't think anybody is boxing at his level right now, based on what he's doing as far as his hand speed, his ability to take a big shot and really just keep coming forward and keep his game plan consistent. He's really walking these guys down and hurting these guys. He beat Anthony Yard better than Beterbiev. He beat Zerto better than Bivol. He walked through Boo Boo Andrade. So I mean, he put all type of hands on Caleb, even though Caleb, survived that fight. But I mean, this dude, time and time again, he's proven that he's the cream of the crop. So, salute to Mike Rim pulling up. Appreciate you, Mike Rim. God bless you. Hope everything is well with you and the family. If y'all are in here, make sure y'all support, help the channel grow. Hit the follow button. Definitely hit the like. If you can, put some color in the chat. And so that way we can keep building. We hit 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 1 to 3. So we're gonna put in this work and then we're gonna have to move around. Now, let me bring in Free, man. Free, man. Hold on, let's kick it off. Before we get into Usyk and David and all these other fights, Canelo or whoever. Man, talk about what you saw out of David Benavidez this weekend. And is he everything that you've been speaking about? Was there anything that you're concerned with? Just break down his performance and David Benavidez right now as an active boxer.
Nah, I mean he put on a A-class performance. He did what I thought he was capable of doing. I just didn't see it happening that soon. I said somewhere around the later rounds, I could see him stopping Zordo. But I mean, the man hand speed, his combination. I said it the night of the fight. I haven't seen that hand speed far as combination punches since Sugar Ray Leonard. That man, I was calling the fight, but when he was letting the combination go, I couldn't keep up with him. I just kept saying, damn, he hit him with a hell of a combination. I couldn't even count how many punches he was throwing because it happened so fast. And it wasn't like it happened once. He was doing it multiple times throughout the rounds. And I'm like, Zorro is not going to last. He's not going to last with all these combinations being landed. And it was like every time he threw the combination, every punch landed. It wasn't like he was throwing a combination and they was being blocked. He was landing every punch. And I mean, like I said, I don't see nobody beating him outside of maybe somebody at heavyweight. don't see nobody beating David Benavidez. That's why I got him #1 pound for pound. You name the person, and I would tell you I need to see it before I can say they can beat David Benavidez. The only other person I say that might have a chance is Ja Obertai. He might have a chance because Ja does have power. He can box. And he got decent hand speed as well. So he might have a shot. But I don't even think if David Benavidez is beating people up like that at 200 pounds, I don't think Ja is going to last. I think Ja, if he can't get David Benavidez out in the first 6 rounds, he can't make David Benavidez respect his power. Ja gonna get walked down and he's gonna get beat up. He might not get stopped, but he's definitely gonna get beat up.
Yeah. I've been
What's
saying
going
this
on,
for a
babe?
while now. Salute to Vacay. Appreciate you, Zan. Appreciate you, Vay. Appreciate y'all supporting the channel, helping the channel grow. Thank you, Vay, for being a member. Now, I've been saying this for a while. I don't think Jao Batai has anything for David Benavidez. And it's just proven time and time again. David has not let me down yet. I mean, it was a nasty. I'm gonna ask Free about this. It was a nasty robbery. I thought Angel Fiddle got robbed on that card. And that was about to really ruin my night. Shout out to Jaime Munguia for putting on an excellent boxing performance, in my opinion. I thought he did very well. But David, he stole the show, man. David, I covered the 1 through 6 on FanDuel, so I was thankful. And he saved my night. He made my weekend worthwhile. I was up at live and I was up at there with my friend Ty and we was watching the fights. And she's a Celtics fan. The Celtics, they was shooting off balance threes, just a piss poor performance to close out a game. It was disgusting. I never seen anything so awful. These brothers shooting all these off balance threes. Then we got to see Angel Fiddle put on a really good boxing performance, and get robbed. Munguia did a hell of a job. Shout out to Archangel. He's in my Munguia sus. He might be on the juice. That was a beautiful performance. He might be. I mean, he is sus. That was a phenomenal performance. That was the best performance I've seen of Munguia. Period. And then we had the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. Wow. I mean, to go up to cruiserweight. Now, y'all see how heavy these guys were. Free. Let me speak on that real quick. Did you see the extra weight that these guys had? And I just knew when I saw that. I was in the dressing room. I saw how slow Zerto was, and I saw what David was doing with his hand speed and combinations on the pass. And I was like, I had to put because I was on the back half as well. Free. I covered David by KO TKO at plus 250. But then I was at the casino and I put in something on David to get the 7 through 12. After I saw that, I said, "Oh no, I gotta cover the 1 through 6 because the 1 through 6 was like plus 1,000." So I covered the 1 through 6, and of course he ended up getting them out of there 1 through 6. So just break that down, Free. Did you see all that extra weight on Zerto, and do you feel like that was a poor decision for him to be that heavy? Or did he have no
Oh,
choice going up against David?
no, I think that is what Zordo. They said Zordo walked around 230. So I didn't look at it like he put on additional weight. I just think that's what Zordo is. He's a big dude, and that's what everybody kept saying. That Zordo's a big dude, and he is. He should be fighting a heavyweight, and that's what he said. He said his next 2 fights is going to be a heavyweight, but I just didn't. David only put on 2 pounds. He only put on 2 pounds. He said he came in at 202. So he weighed in at 196 and then 202. So David is a weight. It's not going to be a hard thing for him to do. And he said it. He said I could bounce back from light heavyweight and cruiserweight. I'm the champion in both divisions, and I want to defend my belt in both divisions. So I mean, I don't see nobody stopping that man.
Free, it's not gonna happen. Um, not at those weights. Now, let me ask you this. Why I got you, Free? Free, you can hear me? free moving around. But I want to get your opinion free when you come back in on that. Do you want to see David versus Bivol, or are you more so interested in David going up to heavyweight? Maybe or
Not
fighting
going.
Jao Battaglia. Say that again.
Hold on one. Let me switch my mic. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now, free.
Oh yeah. No, David already said. He said people keep asking him about going to heavyweight. He said he's not going to heavyweight. That's not happening. He said
Okay,
maybe in 5 years. But right now, nah, he's gonna stay at cruiserweight and light heavyweight and defend his title.
I like that. I like that. Okay, so I hopefully David will get an offer he can't refuse and fight Usyk on the way out. Now, but of course, I guess that's not gonna happen. So let me ask you this, free. What fight would do you want to see next? Do you want to see Jao Pataia for the unified cruiserweight championship? Or do you want to see David go to back to 175 and fight Dimitri Bivol for undisputed? You on mute, free. Okay, free need a second. I think free put some gas in the car. I just love where we are right now with David and just in the sport of boxing in general because it's options. David has a plethora of options at his, right now to pretty much do whatever he want to do. David can pretty much do whatever. So that's actually good for the sport. It's great for the sport, really. Um, he got options at heavyweight, options at cruiserweight, and he has options at light heavy. Now, look at this, right? He's the first fighter in history to be champion at 168, 175, and 200 pounds. Amazing. That's what you call a beautiful elevation. Marky, how you feeling, bro? Talk to me. Marky on mute. Marky probably
My
he
bad. I
probably
was
working.
saying good day. Good day. I'm good. What's up?
What's happening, Mark? And shout out to my brother Irony Boxing. Appreciate you pulling up, bro. God bless you. Thank you for pulling up. And Vacay, thank you, Vay, supporting the channel. Listen, if you can, $7 a month, join the membership. That's the lowest tier. Support the channel, help the channel grow. We're doing members only panel. We need people to join the membership. We need people to support the channel. Just that simple. Vay got a membership, ain't never gonna jump on the panel. She just supporting because she see a brother selling hope, not dope, and we're trying to do something positive with our lives. That's what it's about. We building here. I'm thankful. I'm loving that. He said, I like how, and shout out to Carrie. Carrie always want to come in with the controversy. He said, I like how B3 highlights star stats for only fighters he likes. Stop it, Carrie. If Monster Inoue, I mean, if he didn't headbutt Junto, that fight would have went a different way. But we'll get in that a little
Junto
bit.
here, butted him. Stop capping.
He had butted him in his eye, and he got a gash over his eye. Knock it off, Mark. Anyway,
You
was getting
sound like
hands
the
put on him.
Tyson fans.
He was getting
You
hand.
sound
He was
like the
getting,
Tyson
hold
fans.
on, Mark. He was getting all type of hands put on him, and then all of a sudden, Junto anyway got his head busted, busted open to the white meat. But we'll save that for a little while, a little while later. Mark, talk about this brother David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, man. In your opinion, did he legitimately take over the monster nickname? He said the real. He said the only. He said the only El Monstro. The only.
Monstro, El Monstro.
Break it down, Mark.
Definitely the El Monstro name, but the monster has always been Monster Inoue. That's always been a fact. And matter of fact,
That's American. Go ahead, go
What happened? What happened?
ahead. The monsters. That's English. How you say it in Japanese?
Well, you got to remember, Mike Tyson called Inoue the monster, the monster. He called him the
You
monster
call
first.
you say
Then
monster in
when
Japanese
Benavidez, why I let
by
you, bro?
six
I just
six
came
and
on. Can I finish giving my spiel? Come
All right, let's
on
get
now,
some good
brother.
audio. We'll get some good audio. Do your thing,
Ali,
bro. Do your thing,
Ali,
bro.
Mark, you gonna come in with this
somebody could call this phone at any
racist
minute and
stuff.
I get whisked off the panel. Let me just finish saying what I'm saying.
Cook
But
Mark.
the name is apt. I'll say that. The name is apt. That man put hands and feet on just about anybody you put him in the ring with. I remember I lost $200 betting against David Benavidez when he fought Morrell. I lost $200, no, $220 as a matter of fact, in one weekend betting against him on Stroh. And he put all types of hands
Woo!
and feet on Morrell. He put all types of hands and feet on this fat guy Zerto, who was probably around 220, 230 in that ring. Knocked him out, stopped him, whatever you want to call it. I mean, that man took a 10 count and just took a knee and said, I don't want no more. The hand speed
He ain't
is
say he ain't want no more.
just
Couldn't see no more.
unbelievable. What you say, Puerto Rican Frilio? What you say?
I said he ain't say he ain't want no more. He couldn't see no more.
That's a
Well,
fact.
that's factual, Frilio. That's factual. But the hands and the feet were definitely put on Zito Ramirez. It was vicious. The kid definitely is a monster. He has no respect for nobody that gets in the ring with him. He's almost like, and like what I see from him, he's almost like a hybrid between like a real old school Mexican brawler that's coming forward, but then at the same time, he's kind of like a brother with the hand speed. And then, like, I like what I've seen from Benavidez. He goes from the high guard, then he shifts over to the shell, and he's slipping shots and coming back, boom, boom, punching in between shots. The kid is definitely a monster, and the name is extremely apt. I'll say that.
Hey, we saw a new wrinkle from David Benavidez. The man switched to southpaw.
Can you hear
I
I
I
ain't never
peeped
Frilio?
that.
seen David
I
Benavidez.
can't Mark, and it was beautiful. Free. He talking about how
I
David went from orthodox to southpaw. I mean, this dude,
yeah,
and the fact that I mean he could just take a punch, man. Like Zerto hit him flush a few times, and he ate him. And he kept letting his hands
yeah.
go. Man, I thought it was great work.
I
Now let
mean,
me ask.
carrier. This is boxing. This is not tennis. You gonna catch a forearm every once in a while. It is what it is. Stop crying.
Shout out to Sean the Gift, man. Transitioning from tennis to boxing. We're gonna see. It's a brutal sport, Mark. No ain't no babies in boxing. You grow
Yeah,
up
ain't
real
no
fast.
punks in boxing.
Nah,
Hey,
it not.
Mike Tyson done hit a couple of Mike Tyson done hit a couple of people with elbows in boxing.
And he done
Hey,
bit a
hey,
couple
Mark,
folks.
you the historian. Has there been a recorded punk in the sport of boxing?
I guess that depends on your definition. If you mean
No.
like a if you mean like a homo, then yeah, Emil Griffith was the
Okay.
first open. Matter of fact, Emil Griffith is from my island. He's from St. Croix. He was the first pound
Whoa.
for pound or he was the number one pound for pound fighter in 64 and 65. Was the first openly gay athlete at that level. But if you're talking about just a dude that's scary, that got no nuts, I mean Thomas Lamani. You remember that guy that fought Lara and then he fought Jamel
Hold on,
Charlo?
hold on, hold
Jamal
on, hold on.
Charlo?
You're not gonna do Thomas Lamont like that. That's a friend
Man,
of the
that dude
network.
fight like a punk. I'm sorry.
No, we
No, he
ain't
fight.
doing that. He didn't got
Are
in there
you
with
kidding
Laura.
me? Did you
Mark,
see how
Mark,
that
don't
guy
do that.
fight?
This brother got in there with Jamal Charlo. You
Oh,
ain't getting in there with no
And he
Charlo.
fought scared.
no,
That's disrespectful. He bought
no,
negative. A
the
lot of
one,
people fight negative in boxing. Come on, man. Don't do
Man,
that.
that
Don't do that.
dude
He
was
went like
skinny
the
he went
only
packing
like
one
and
that
running.
there's only one guy that got no nuts in the sport of boxing. His name is Canelo Alvarez.
ooh.
That's
Ooh. And let me run this
factual.
real
That's a
quick. Let me
fact.
run this
I
real
agree.
quick. Free. I gotta move around a little bit like free today. Let me run this and then we going whip.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to outpower him because my first time coming up to 200. So I knew I had to use the gifts that God gave me. Do you guys want to see Canelo versus David Benavidez? Enough said. Enough said. That means that we can't leave that fight on the table.
Hopefully it
Man,
wasn't too.
Canelo got up out of there. Canelo did the 100-yard dash, got up out of there.
Man, Canelo ain't biting that brother David, man. David, he wouldn't fight him at 168.
Yeah,
He
because
definitely he definitely not gonna fight him at 75.
because that's because Canelo don't have nuts. He got a split.
No nuts, Canelo Alvarez. I agree.
It is what it is.
No nuts, tomato Canelo.
He
I
said,
mean,
come on, Kerry,
no,
knock it off. He said, don't leave the money on the table. That's what he talking about. Call him a boy, Mark. Mark.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what this dude Carrier said, man. Carrier, you like to protect guys. It wasn't no problem when Canelo went up there to 175 and fought Kovalev. It wasn't no
Right.
problem when Canelo went up there to fight Bivol and was saying he would fight Bivol again. Now he don't got the nuts to move up there and get in there with El Monstro David Benavidez. Stop protecting these guys, Carrier. Now
and
that's the guy I have to agree.
he said he
That's
wanted to
one of the
fight
biggest
Bivol
punks
at.
probably
He
in the
said he
history
wanted
of
to
the
fight
sport of
Bivol
boxing.
at 75 twice.
Twice.
Yeah, he
Was
did.
scared of that man when he was at 168.
That
Was
man was
scared
scared
when
to
he
fight
moved up to
Boo Boo. He
175,
was scared
and he's still
David.
scared to death.
Mm. Hey, and shout out to my brother Champ Ross pulling up. And shout out
He
to
been
my brother
scared of
Irony
David since
Boxing.
160.
He said Canelo rematch in Munguia. Believe that. Yeah. I can see that because Munguia is
Duh.
now the champ at 168. So is Canelo gonna get past and Billy? That's what we gotta
I don't want to.
discuss. You don't want to see
I
Munguia
hope.
Canelo unify?
I hope and Billy beats the last bit of red hair he got on his head out of him. I want that man to leave out of the ring bald headed. I want him to be a bald headed Mexican. That's what I want. I don't, man. That man he's the worst. He's the worst.
He's a punk.
I mean, if they get his money right, Mark, I think he gonna line it up. What you think?
Didn't they offer him $50 million? Didn't PBC offer him $50 million to fight Benavidez?
I thought it was more than that. But yeah, I mean,
Well,
at least
50
that.
plus? I mean, what are we
Yeah.
talking about, B3? The man don't got the nuts to get in there. And he would
He
have got
said,
all
give
the
me
back end.
150 million or I'ma quit.
Oh, man. This is just terrible.
Yeah.
What happened to the days when Mexicans, or let me not put that on all of Mexico, but Mexico, they
Hmm.
got some dudes that's willing to get in there and take pain for our entertainment. But what happened to the days when the king of Mexico had the biggest nuts around, was willing to get in
Whoa.
there against anybody? You remember when Chavez got in there with Pernell, got in there with Meldrick Taylor, got in
Yes.
there with De La Hoya, a young De La Hoya when he was an old man, and took two brutal ass whoopings? What happened to those guys? What happened to the De La Hoyas who fought any and anybody? He didn't care how many times he lost. Now this is what we got?
Yeah.
I'm glad David Benavidez is taking the mantle from this boy. He's
Yeah.
taking over Cinco de Mayo.
Mm.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kill. Appreciate you, Kill. Member for 1 month. Happy Monday. God bless. Appreciate you, Kill. Let's work. Thank you for that. Y'all join the membership. Support the channel. Help the channel grow. Champ Ross said he's trying to figure out how Benavidez became champ at 175. I didn't know interim titles was a thing to claim. Just saying. Let me say this. He's the full champion for the WBC. They allowed him to fight for interim versus Bosdick, and then they elevated him after he fought David Morrell. They allowed them to that was like the unified interims because David Morrell had the regular WBA title, which is a secondary title to Bivol when he beat Hot Rod. So David Morrell won the WBA regular versus Hot Rod. Benavidez won the interim WBC against Vosdick. They fought each other. David got both titles, and then the WBC elevated David the full champion after Bivol declined to fight him with a back injury. So a lot of politics. Did he fight the full champ? No, Bivol's the full champ at 175. That's the only reason David is going back down to 175 to claim undisputed status over Dimitri Bivol and the reign supreme at 175. So that's just what it is. A lot of nasty politics in the sport of boxing. That's why we joked about it being the unified interim titles. He said, "Oh, the PBC elevation." Yeah, of course. Come on, that's not even. That's no doubt about it. It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
No, it's been
Um,
it's all about the fact Dimitri Bivol hasn't fought in over a year. That's why they elevated him. And
yeah,
Benavidez is a Mexican. You know how the WBC do.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So we in a shoot boxing in a beautiful place. Now, let me ask you this, Mark.
Sure.
I want to pivot the conversation while we got a few people in here. I want to pivot just slightly, right? Did you watch um the whole PBC card? Did you get to see the Angel Fiddle versus Oscar Duarte?
I did.
What you think about that fight? Do you feel like
I thought it
Duarte
was
got
a
a gift to
robbery.
say? Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was a robbery. I thought the first half Duarte was stepping to him, was hitting him with big shots, but Pharaoh eventually, well, Pharaoh was showing good movement, was getting his own shots off, but then I think it was what, the sixth or seventh round where he hurt Duarte bad. From that round on, I thought Pharaoh just took the action or was pressing the action more. I was hitting them with harder shots. Like, I wouldn't have been mad if it was a draw, but I thought it should have been either a draw or a win for Pharaoh. I didn't think that Duarte did enough to win that fight, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I seen it similar. I thought it was a nasty. And then the referee was allowing Duarte to hit. He hit him twice or three times behind the head, two low blows.
Knocked this man down like 5 seconds after the bell rang. Like, that was crazy.
Yeah. And then didn't take a point for that. So that infraction. So see, some of these refs, if you watching the boxing, you already know they bought and paid for. Now, of course, we know the promoters are paying these judges and refs anyway. But you could tell like A side politics is just all is at play with these guys. And another thing, man, these old decrepit uh these old guys, get them out of the ring, man. Cause when Oscar Duarte knocked Fury, almost knocked him out at the end of the round, the referee got knocked down right with him. Like, step in, get inside the action, and then control your fighter. Nobody want to see no dirty fighter get away with everything, get away with all of the advantages in the ring. Nobody want to see a fighter doing multiple low blows. So Fedor had to fight through multiple low blows, multiple punches behind the head, and of course, he's at a power deficit with Duarte.
Well, the
Um,
problem is, Bithrilio, is the fact that while the promoters and the boxing teams they can't choose the referee, they can request certain referees not ref their fights. So that's the problem. They go in there and they f up the bag or they f with the A side. That might be the last time they get a big assignment, at least with PBC. So that's how the politics play.
say that, yeah, I'm of course, man. But who is so? Let me ask you. And then I heard a lot of people saying that Hitchens would have boxed Oscar Duarte up. Do you
I
believe
think
that?
so.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't. If I mean Hitchens couldn't safely make the weight last time. So
yeah,
if he could have safely made the weight, then yeah, I think so. I mean,
yeah.
we saw Ryan Garcia pretty much outbox Duarte with that goofy style. So I mean,
Mhm.
what do you think Hitchens would have did to him?
Hey, hey, B3. Now you see why I say Oscar Duarte is a C-level opponent.
Yeah, yeah. And I do feel like he wasn't his best that night, Free. I do feel like maybe the weight may have got to him a little bit. He looked a little dry at the weigh-in, and like he was just like kind of
No,
stone faced. But
what I
you
seen
right.
from Oscar de Duarte, what I saw from Oscar de Duarte was a guy that was swinging, looking for the big shot, and then he finally landed, and he kept going for the big shot. I'm like, dog, where is the uppercut at? The uppercut was there the entire night. He was not throwing the uppercut. I'm like, and I had picked Oscar de Duarte to win by 8-round knockout. And then when he couldn't get the knockout, I started rooting for Fierro. I was like, man, beat this dude. And they still gave it to Oscar de Duarte. And I don't think he won. I think at best it was a draw. At best.
I'm with you. I'm with you 1,000%. I don't think he won. I thought he lost. I thought he clearly lost. If you gave him certain rounds, you would be very generous. Hold on, it's a lot of feedback.
Oh, that's me.
Hold on, let me see. Shout out to Irony. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what that is real quick. Okay, that's Irony. Shout out to Vaughn. Appreciate you pulling up, Vaughn. Listen, we building, we growing. Appreciate all the love and support. Uh, we got real genuine people around us, so we definitely building. Jump in, Ari. I know you got to get some stuff off your chest. It's
Yeah.
what's
God bless
happening
you
with
all,
you?
fellas. Great to see you all. First of all, Duarte absolutely sucks. I just wanted to start with that. Um,
I
and
like
it's
you.
isn't it funny that just when I started giving him the benefit of the doubt, because I never thought he was even going to get past Kenneth Sims, to be honest with you, and he did that. And then Fierro, who he's kind of on my shit list because in his last fight he started kicking the guy for whatever reason. But Fierro won that fight, man. I don't want to hear it, to be honest with you. Duarte, man. Duarte's lucky he didn't get stopped, in my opinion. And
Very lucky.
yes. And Munguia, nah. Bruno Surat's still waiting for number three, you know. I'm just saying, the French guy is still waiting for that trilogy, Just saying. And I mean, Benavidez, bro. Come on, man. What can you say? I don't think he should be called the monster anymore. He just be called the destroyer, because he just destroys people, man. Like I don't think he's even worthy of being called the monster anymore. I think he's above that now. And I don't want to hear the mumbo jumbo about Zurdo never fought nobody. Okay, first of all, that's not true. And number two, he was a unified champion. Okay, so nah, you don't get to do that. So
Hey, that's the reason. That's the reason why he's called the monster, because don't nobody want to get in there with him.
correct. And it sucks for me, man, because I love me some Jao Petaya, but why in the F did you have to go to Sufa, bro? Seriously, if you're the IBF champion, you're right there for the winner, because I want to see the trilogy, man. Call me whatever you want to call me. I want to see Bivol Beterbiev 3. I want to. That's what I want before anything else, And I mean, David can fight Mikhailian, but who the hell wants to see that? I mean, he has a belt, but I'm not interested in that. Isn't he one-on-one with Babu
Yeah,
Jack?
I don't. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't mind a trilogy with Bivol and Arthur again. I just said if you wasn't going to fight Arthur the third time, you should have fought David Benavidez. You fighting some guy ain't nobody ever heard of,
Yeah, Michael
or
Eifert.
nobody even care about,
Yeah,
or nobody care about. So I'm like, why not fight David? If you're not fighting Arthur, you should be fighting David. Fighting somebody. Everybody already knows you're going to win. If you go in there and lose, that's going to be even worse.
Now, let me make the case for Jao Petaya from this standpoint, okay, if I may, and then I want to hear everybody's opinion, because I understand, I get it. He went to Sufa, so he only has the ring belt, right? The IBF is not there anymore. So from the standpoint of the two Russians are at the end, right? We all know this. They're at the end, especially Beterbiev, but Bivol is kind of at the end. He just had back surgery or something like that. So if David goes out there and destroys even one of them, people are already saying that about Zurdo, so they're going to say that about Bivol, especially Beterbiev, if he gets through them. So Jao Petaya, out of the three of them, is clearly the one that is nowhere near the end. So from that standpoint, I would like to make the case for Jao Petagig next. But I understand. And I agree.
Hey,
He shouldn't go to Sufa.
is
He
this guy
shouldn't go to
that's fight?
Sufa. Go ahead.
Yeah, nah, he shouldn't have. Now the guy that Bivol fighting, is this his mandatory? That's the reason why he's fighting him.
Yes.
Oh, he ducked David, dog. This nigga ducked David. So you didn't fight David, who was your mandatory, but you go fight this mandatory?
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I get it. I get it.
That's a clear duck. That's a clear duck. He literally dropped the belt because David was his mandatory, and he said he was going to fight Arthur, and then he go fight another mandatory. Oh yeah, he ducked. I don't want to hear nothing about. He's a duck. He's a duck.
I mean, you're right, but I wouldn't go, considering who he has fought. I wouldn't go that far. But you're right, man.
No, yeah, he fought some good guys. He didn't duck them. He just ducked David Benavidez. David Benavidez.
Man.
Hold on.
I don't know, man.
There's
David
no justification. You're not going to tell me that you getting paid more money to fight Mike than you would have got fighting David Benavidez.
No way. No way.
You're not going to tell me you're getting more money to fight this guy. So it ain't the money aspect. Mike is a mandatory the same way David was a mandatory. So you was willing to drop your belt to fight David. I mean, to not fight David,
right,
but you wasn't willing to drop your belt to not fight this dude.
Let me just say this. Salute, Bentley pulling up. Yeah, we pretty much talking about David Benavidez and everything considered. What fight, we will prefer him to fight next. Bibble's on the table. Jao Bataille's on the table. Turkey did mention that he would like David to fight at heavyweight in 2027.
I just can't get there, bro. I just can't get there. And you're absolutely right about everything you're saying, bro. I cannot defend it. Bebo is one of my guys, but I just cannot believe that you're going to get in the ring 2 times against Artur Beterbiev, let alone Canelo, let alone Zurdo. And then, I don't know, man. I don't know. It could be. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that.
No, hey, Chad Ross, I agree with all of that. He was in negotiation to fight Arthur a 3rd time. But when the negotiation fell through, you could have went and got your strap back from David. When that negotiation
to fight in cutting Russia, out.
Yeah, he could. But like I said, when that negotiation fell through, because you said you were only going to fight Arthur, y'all can fight in Russia, and Russia was going through their little war, so y'all can't fight in Russia.
Right.
You can go fight David. You didn't fight Arthur or David. You went to go fight this other dude. That's the problem that I have with it. I have no problem if he would have went to go settle the score with Arthur, because y'all 1-1. You went to go settle the score. I have no problem with that. But you didn't fight Arthur.
Okay, now let me counter that, okay? Let me counter that real quick, because there's something that I believe that you're missing out of this whole picture, and it is, yes, absolutely. But remember, he's coming off of a back surgery, so his first fight should not be against the killer, bro. In my opinion, like I understand he was on negotiations to fight Beterbiev. That's true, obviously. But if you're coming off a back surgery, bro, you don't want your next fight to be against this guy, who's coming in with all the lights.
No, but see, he's coming off a back surgery because he was in training for this guy, and he injured his back. He's not coming off a back surgery because he injured it with the fight with Arthur. He was in training for this guy, and he injured his back. That's why this fight got delayed. This fight was supposed to already happen. It got delayed because he got injured in training.
That's okay, but nevertheless, he did get injured, and back surgery is nothing to play with, man. Like I just believe that you gotta understand it from that standpoint, bro. Like I want to see
No,
the fight
all
as
of
bad as
that,
you
all of
do.
that
Okay.
is fine. All of that is fine, but y'all talking about after the fact. He had already made the fight with Mike. This wasn't a fight that he made after his injury. He made it before he got injured. You talking about after the fact. He shouldn't come
I
back and fight David Benavidez after coming off of back surgery. But he already made the fight with Michael. So this fight was already done.
okay. I mean, I just think. Let me put it to you this way. To me, Dimitri Bivol deserves a little more respect than to be called a dog. I think he's putting enough work for me to call him a dog. You know, that's just me. Feel free to go ahead and say it. I mean, there's a case to be made for that, man. I want to see the fight. I want to be very clear. I want to see the trilogy first, but I definitely want to see Benavidez. Don't get me wrong here, okay?
Yeah.
Time and place, bro. Let's give it time. If he doesn't fight him, then I'll say you're right. How about that?
Like I said, I have no problem with the trilogy. If the trilogy is what stood in between him fighting David, I'm cool with that because they was 1-1. We need to find out who's the better guy. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But you dropped the belt and you're fighting another mandatory. You're fighting another mandatory. You're not fighting Arthur. You could have made that fight with David Benavidez. David Benavidez sat around and waited, and you dropped the belt. He ended up fighting Anthony Yard, and you signed to fight some dude named Mike, and then you get injured, and now that fight got postponed until you came back. Now you about to fight him.
I hear you.
So
I hear you,
that's
man.
why I'm like, dog, it's a duck. I don't hear no justification for it. It's a duck.
Nah.
It's a duck. Now, if it was just even a voluntary fight, it's a duck. But you can say, hey, look, I'm taking an easy tune-up and to stay busy until we can make this fight go through with Arthur. I mean, you can kind of get that over. But to say you fighting another mandatory when David was your mandatory and you didn't fight him, nah, I can't take. I mean, I look at it as duck. Y'all might not. Y'all don't have to look at it the same way I look at it. I just know how it sounds to me, how it looks to me. It looked like he ducked.
Nah, bro. Nah, I can't get there. This guy has put in some. Bro, this guy whooped Canelo's ass. He went in there twice with Beterbiev. Nobody ever did that. Let's not forget about that. Nobody ever rematches Beterbiev, and there's a reason for that, right? And this guy did it. And call him a dog, bro. That's oh man, that's a stretch. But listen, I'll say that you're right if he fades into the sunset and never fights him. I'll come back and say that you're right. I'm on record on that. So yeah.
All right, let's pivot real quick, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, I want to start with Irony. Irony, how do you fight versus David and Bivol? Break it down for me. Who wins that fight?
Oh shit. Okay, so I need to see how Bivol is doing, but just for what I understand that Bivol is, right? Let's say that he hasn't lost a step, right? Okay, so it's gonna be interesting because Bivol, in my opinion, can fight both on the front and on the back foot. In my opinion, okay, he's got that pendulum boxing down to a T, bro, and I believe that. I don't know, man. I don't know. If you're asking me a year ago, I would say Bivol for sure because I just saw it this way. Caleb Plant was doing very nice against Benavidez in the first 3 to 6 rounds of that fight, and then he, as always, he runs out of gas, right? Bivol is not going to run out of gas. Bivol can keep that pace for 12 rounds. We've seen that, right? Time and time again, right? If you can keep up that pace against Beterbiev, you're going to be able to keep that pace against Benavidez. The question is, man, Benavidez got a missile of a right hand, bro, and he throws great angles to it. I mean, this is an orthodox fighter. I understand that a southpaw fighter has an easier lane for that right hand to catch you than as opposed to an orthodox fighter, so that's interesting. Bivol doesn't have the power, I don't think, to keep David honest, and that's part of the problem. That's why I'm a little confused here. I don't know, man. I genuinely can't pick a winner. I can't pick a winner. A year ago, I would say Bivol for sure because I didn't see David demolishing Yard and Zurdo, right? But Because David, not for nothing, he has some issues with Morel. He had some issues against Bostic. Okay, let us not forget about that. Okay, and listen, it happens when you're fighting top level guys. Okay, but I just feel Bivol is not gonna wane as the fight goes. Bivol it will be able to keep up that pace, and David is gonna have to figure out a way because David is used to bullying people in that ring. He's used to it, and I don't know that he'll be able to do that with Bivol. I don't know. Bivol's got a hell of a jab. He's got the legs. He's got the size.
If you had $1, who you gonna put it on?
Oh man, shit. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Well, let me just say Bivol. Just to say somebody, let's say Bivol. Where are they fighting? Are they fighting 75 or 200? Give me that.
Yeah, too. Bivol not going to 200 right now.
Right.
But go ahead. I know
right?
it's the trepidation. I think I just don't want the trepidation to be the same as what Chavez, because you know how Chavez was talking about Benavidez. Nobody knows him. He's a North American Mexican. So I don't want it to be any bias. I mean, everybody that watch boxing know that, man. But Bivol had to literally move. He had to use every inch of the ring to last with Beterbiev, and he pretty much he just got favorable judging. I feel like Benavidez would beat all the life out of Bivol. Bivol would be running from corner to corner to stay away from Benavidez. We got to cut, and we don't do a whole bunch of cursing on the platform, irony, but I just got to say this: we got to cut this shit. It just seems a lot of these people are real biased. Go ahead, Free.
Hey, I was going to comment on two things. Well, one thing, what you said about Chavez, but Chavez also came back to David Benavidez after that fight and said, "You proved yourself to me." So yeah, Chavez did say that before, but he's after the fight, he was like, "You proved yourself. I'm impressed." And so it's going to be a different outlook. And you heard how this crowd was when the Chavez been champion. Mexican fan base.
You're cutting out a lot, bro. B3, do you hear this?
Yeah, it was breaking up a little bit. Go ahead, Free.
And I beat Zordo up and possibly stop Zordo, he's going to gain.
Okay, yeah, you went out completely now. Yeah, you went out completely now, Free. Let me bring in Irony. So Irony, let me ask you this. Like when you look at the sport of boxing, how much do you feel like that's called for? Like, what's your thoughts on Mexicans like a Chavez or like this spirit where these guys are like they don't want to support you if you from America. They call them a North American Mexican. Do you see a lot of bias like that? With the Puerto Ricans, like let's say a Berlanga being from New York.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Well, yes and no, because Berlanga, I mean, there's other reasons other than him just being born in USA. There's a lot of bigger reasons why we don't rock with him, other than him being born in the States, because Miguel Cotto was born in the States. I believe he was born in New Jersey, and we claim Cotto. We don't have a problem with that. So I guess it depends. It's not from the Puerto Rican standpoint. It's not that simple. It's not that simple because Camacho, for example, was another one that was born in the USA, but there's other reasons why a lot of people, not me, but why a lot of people here don't rock with him. Okay, so it's not that simple. But in the case of Mexico, because I do speak a lot with a lot of Mexican streamers, and I guess it depends for them too, because they don't look at it as simple as that, because it happens, bro. Like it's not like you pick where you're born, So, I mean, me personally, I am Puerto Rican, but I have lineage from other countries that I don't mind being absolutely proud of, But I'm just speaking from my standpoint, So, there's people that think like that. I don't know. They're just people that like division for whatever reason. Because, it's not like somebody asked him, "Hey, where do you want to be born?" And he said USA, not Mexico. It doesn't work that way. So I don't understand that. I find it kind of silly. But there is a lot of people even here in Puerto Rico that feel that way, for whatever reason. So they actually, we have a term for that. We call them New Yorkers, the ones that are born over there, because most of them are born in New York, but or at least that's what they believe. But I don't partake in that, bro. I don't partake in that. It's silly. It's stupid. And excuse me, but nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, if he's got Mexican lineage but was born in USA, what's the problem? I mean, he wants to represent Mexico as well. What's the problem with that? Like, who said it's only one place that you have to, like? I don't get it.
My bad, B3. We got a phone call from the wife.
Nah, go ahead and y'all cook, Free. I'm a little choppy. Do your thing, Free.
Oh yeah, but no, what I was saying, like, I think he gained a lot of fan base after what he did with Zordo. But the other thing that I wanted to comment on, a lot of people talk about the Caleb Plant when they try to break down the fight between David Benavidez and Bivol. They always, a lot of people. I'm not singling you out, but a lot of people always bring up the Caleb Plant fight. But what a lot of people fail to realize is that was the first time that David Benavidez actually faced against a slick boxer. And since then, he's gotten a lot better against boxers. I mean, we saw what he did to Boo Boo. Boo Boo is considered a slick boxer as well. We saw what he did with Boo Boo. Yes, he had a little bit of issues with David Morrell, but the one thing that David Morrell has that I don't think Bivol has as much of is the power. David Morrell is a slick boxer, but he also has a lot of power too. And I don't think Bivol has the power that David Morrell has. I think he can box with David Morrell, but I don't think he has the power. So there was some things that David Benavidez has to take into consideration instead of just coming in there and doing what he normally does. And that's the one thing I always say. In order for you to beat David Benavidez, you got to make him respect you. If he doesn't respect your power, he's going to walk through you. I don't care who you are. Yeah. If he doesn't respect your power, he's going to walk through you. I just don't, and that's the thing about Bivol. I don't think Bivol has enough power to make David Benavidez respect him. I don't think Bivol punches harder than Zordo. I think he's a better boxer than Zordo, but I don't think he punches harder than Zordo.
And right, but the thing would be...
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. The thing with Bivol is, you're absolutely right, but he can put them combinations together, bro. Zurdo couldn't do that. He makes up for the power. The way I see it is, he makes it up for the lack of power, the one punch power. He has some stoppages. He stopped Malik Sanat, but all in all, power is not the first thing that comes to mind when you say Bivol, obviously. So he makes up for the power, in my opinion, by putting them combinations together as well as he does it. So on that regard, I do believe he can keep David honest, because David is not really used to seeing, 4, 5, 6 punch combinations from his opponents like that. You got to go all the way back to Andrade, like you said.
I don't think Bivol will ever hit David Benavidez with a 4 or 6 punch combination. I think he's going to be too worried about what's coming back, because David's hands is much faster than Bivol's, much faster. While Bivol trying to throw a 4 punch or a 6 punch combination, David going to hit him with a 6 punch combination, and every last one of them going to land. His hand is much faster. So I think Bivol is going to try to use his jab, use his footwork. He might throw combinations at times, but I don't think it's going to be more than a 3 punch combination. I don't think he's going to try to stand in front of David Benavidez.
I can see
but
that.
The thing is, with David, the way he walks at people, I don't know if Bivol can stay away for so long, because David does have the longer arm reach. David is the bigger guy. I don't know if Bivol can stay away long enough. If he can win the first 6 rounds, he might have a shot to win, because it might go the distance and all he need to do is win one more in the back half. So he might have a shot to win. But if those rounds are going back and forth, when it gets to the second half of that fight, I don't think Bivol is going to be able to stay away. I think David's going to start to accumulate round after round after round, because he never stopped coming, and his gas tank it gets stronger as the fight goes on. So I just that's why I say it's a hard fight for Bivol. Bivol, there is avenues for Bivol to win. I just
Yes.
think David is that good of a fighter that he's going to shut all those avenues down. It's going to be a one-road street. All of those back roads that Bivol thought he might would have had open to win this fight, they're going to be closed for that day. All those back roads going to be closed that day. It's going to be one way in and one way out.
I disagree, bro. I think Bivol is used to pressure like that, from being 2 times with Beterbiev, and not for nothing, the Canelo fight as well. So he's used to dealing with pressure like that, high level pressure. Okay. And Bivol is not going to be there to be hit with a 4, 5, 6 punch combo, bro. Like, you're going to have to work to find Bivol, man. He's used to doing this. That's what he does. And he can do the combinations. It doesn't have to be 6 punches because that'll expose him too much. I agree with you there. But 1, 2, 3 punch combo, bro, gets out of the way. That's what Bivol does, man. And,
well, the first step into proving whether you right or I'm right is Bivol taking the fight. That's the first step. Bivol got to take this fight. If he doesn't
after
take
the trilogy.
Whether it's after the trilogy or before the trilogy, I don't care. I want him to take the fight. I don't care when it is. I want him to take the fight. Because David want to fight both of them. He want to fight Arthur and Bivol. So whether it's after the trilogy or before the trilogy, I don't care when it is. They just got to take the fight. And if he never takes the fight, all of this, who we think win is all for nothing because he ain't taking a fight.
Yeah, that's for sure. But personally, brother, I want to see the trilogy first because Beterbiev is on his way out seriously. Bivol's on his way out, but not seriously. Beterbiev is seriously on his way out, So if we don't get it this year, we're never gonna get it. That's just, and that would suck, man, because those were 2 amazing fights, man.
You can't say David Benavidez' punching power is overrated. He didn't stop too many people to say his punching power is overrated.
I didn't say. Oh, okay.
I never looked at David Benavidez as a one-punch knockout artist. He's an accumulation of punches.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to be the biggest puncher to be a knockout artist. If you hitting a guy multiple times throughout 12 rounds, eventually they're gonna break down. I don't care how big of a puncher you is. You could take. Look at the French dude that knocked out Jaime McGee.
Yes,
he only had 4 knockouts.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a knockout artist, but if he hits you in the right spot, he will knock you out.
Yeah.
So I don't think his punching power is overrated because everybody look at David Benavidez as an accumulation of punches. That eye got messed up on an accumulation of combination to that eye. Right before he got that eye socket broke. If you go look at, I think probably that first combination that he threw, you saw that the swelling came. The swelling, it started swelling up when he was on the ropes, and then he came into the center of the ring. The swelling was already there. Then David hit him with another 4-punch combination, and then he hit him with another 4-punch combination, and then Zordo backed up and then took the knee. That joint was broke. It was an accumulation of him taking the punches to the face. He's not a one-punch knockout artist, but if you keep getting hit, he will stop you.
Yeah. I agree. He's not like he's more a Marvin Hagler as opposed to a Tommy Hearns. He will beat you to death in there as opposed to put you to sleep. He can do both, but he's more known for what you said. So,
Good.
If this fight gets made, bro, we're gonna have the debate because obviously you're going with Benavidez and I'm going with Bivol, even though I'm not so sure either. But,
if you're a boxing fan and you can't get behind David Benavidez, you're not a boxing fan. You're a boxer fan. Because anybody that loves the sport, David Benavidez is exactly what you look for in a boxer. Somebody that's willing to take on all the challenges. He ain't backing down from nobody. He's willing to take on all the challenges. If you beat him, you beat him. If you're not ready, sorry for you.
Yeah, Hindo can no smoke what's that, which even for that reason alone, bro, he should have all of Mexico behind him, man. Because isn't that what your tagline is as a boxing community? You know, you got big cojones, you never duck smoke. You got Chavez, you got Salvador Sanchez, you know, Marquez, Barrera, Morales, so and so on. You know, and I don't remember y'all being like this with Oscar de la Hoya either. You know, just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of Mexicans are going to get behind David now, especially like I said, Zordo is a
Hopefully.
huge star. He's a huge star in Mexico. Zordo is a huge star in Mexico. He's not the Canelo level of star, but he's a big star in Mexico. And for them to see and on Cinco de Mayo, for them to see Zordo get stopped, not only did he get stopped, but he got dropped early in that fight. Zordo has never touched the canvas. And for him to get dropped and then get stopped, that opened a lot of Mexican eyes. They like, oh, we might have to get behind this dude. I know we've been sitting here saying we don't like him and this and that. We might have to get behind him because this dude is truly a Mexican monster.
Nah, he's an American monster. That's the thing. So keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. You know, support him. Try to want to see him lose or whatever. But
Hey,
these dudes, when you a winner, people want to jump on your bandwagon. But when they have a choice, that's when you see who they really are. When they have a choice, they ain't got no choice now. You see Canelo, see Zerto done got whipped on and stopped in 6 rounds. So of course, Chavez and everybody gonna try to come jump on the bandwagon now. But before he was American, before they was calling him a black Mexican because he had cornrows. So now that now he's on top. Now he's number one pound for pound. They want to come to the party. They want to hang out. Man, these people just so
You
disgusting
don't
and
see
so
them doing
distasteful. Their
that with
moral
Virgil
compass is
though.
nasty, man.
You
Yeah,
don't see
because
them do that with De La Hoya or Virgil. Like they're really like pick and choose with their hate. You know.
it's
yeah,
nasty, man.
yeah. Hey, like you said, continue to hate because David Benavidez said, I like when people doubt me. I feed off of that. So continue doubting him. Continue doubting me. Y'all say he can't beat Bivol. Keep saying it. Say it every day because David gonna use that to beat the hell out of Bivol. He gonna use
I'm
that to
with
beat
David,
that
bro. I love me some David. I just love Bevo more, but I love David. How can you not love David at this point? Like seriously, like I'm trying to think to find reasons to hate on the guy, and I can't find one. Like
Oh
like
yeah, that aircraft. That's not even close. Of course, David Benavidez's resume is way better than Shakur. That's not even close. It's not even close. Shakur got a nice resume, but it's nowhere near to the level of David
Devin's
Benavidez.
resume is 10 times better than Shakur, and I'm not a fan of Devin, but that's the truth. Devin is the 10 times better resume than Shakur. That's a fact, bro. Like,
Hold on, even with the TO win, how
but
we
of
gonna do that?
course,
No, no,
Shout out to
David
Mugs
Benavidez.
pulling up, and I missed somebody. Shout out to my brother Justin James. Break that down. I
David.
already.
well, the top three wins for Shakur are Tio, Cepeda, and Valdez. Am I wrong? Or maybe Jamel Herring. I will have to think about that. But it's Tio. Well, we're talking about like marketability, or we're talking about stylistically here, because um, marketability, in my opinion, has to be Tio. Number two, Cepeda, right? Coming in undefeated, this and that, even though I thought he lost one to Farmer, but who cares what I think, right? And freaking Valdez, who was coming off of that knockout against Berchelt, right? So those are his three marquee wins. Devin's got Loma, Brian Norman Jr., and Jorge Linares, bro. Like, it's not even a question here.
And I was just
Yeah,
thinking, he also got the guy that beat TO and Cambosis. Beat Cambosis
Right,
twice. So
twice over there.
I'm with you.
So, I mean, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And I'm not even a Devin
yeah.
fan, but that's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, like when you say resume means everybody, uh, fighter by fighter. If you only got 2 fighters, yes, you got 2 great fighters or 2 good fighters on it. Yes, but that only count for 2 fighters. If you got another guy that got 5 good fighters or 5 great fighters, you got 2. They might be greater than everybody on it, but that's only 2. He got 5. So you only taking away 2 of his guys. He still got another 3 that you don't have. That's why when people say, "Oh, this person's resume is much better than another," based off of what? Well, he beat this guy. That's only one guy. That's only one. You can't say that one guy takes up the whole resume. No, that's one guy.
Well, how about if that one guy he fought him maybe twice and he beat him twice? Would you then see the point?
I don't care if you got Floyd Mayweather on your resume. That's one guy. If you fought nothing but bums and then you fought Floyd Mayweather, that does not make your resume better than Manny Pacquiao.
No, but I didn't say nothing but bombs here. Okay, come on, man.
No, I'm just saying, if it's only one guy, if you only got one great guy on there, and everybody else is mediocre, they can't say you got the best resume because you fought Floyd. No, I fought this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and that guy. You just fought Floyd.
And when did you fight him matters a whole hell of a lot too.
No.
I want to ask you, present day right now, off the top of your head, who's your top 5 pound for pound?
Number 1, Naoya Inoue. Number 2, David Benavidez. Now it gets dicey because Usyk is fighting a kickboxer, man. Even though I heard Turkey wants to make that Caballero fight, but we'll see about that. Number 3, I'm gonna say Shakur. No, let me think. Because pound for pound is the whole body of work, so we probably need to put.
Nah, pound for pound is this skill
Is
guy
irregardless
versus
of weight class. Yeah,
Right.
irregardless of weight class, and if they had to line them up, who would you take?
This skill set versus this skill set. It's not about who fought. It's not about who you fought. It's this skill set versus that skill set. If they was to fight, who you think win? That's what pound for pound is.
Number 1, Naoya Inoue. Number 2, David Benavidez. Number 3. Go ahead.
You think Monster Inoue would beat David Benavidez if they was to fight?
Yes. Would I bet on it? No. But
I don't think Monster Inoue lasts more than 3 rounds. He might last 3 because he's gonna run the first 2.
Brother, are you sure about that, man? This guy fought Junto Nakatani, MJ Akhmadaliev, Nonito Donaire, Stephen Coolboy Fulton. I mean, come on, bro.
I understand all the guys that he fought, but none of those guys are David Benavidez.
None of the guys that David fought is Naoya Inoue either, bro.
No, I didn't say that. I'm not bringing up the other guys. You are. I'm bringing up David versus Monster Inoue. How is Monster going to hit David?
Brother, you're talking about if they're all the same weight, obviously.
No, the same weight. I didn't say the same height because it's not about the height.
How is Naoya Inoue gonna hit David Benavidez? David Benavidez does get hit, bro. Okay, let's pump the brakes here a little bit. Okay, he's been destroying people. But
how is Monster gonna hit David? How is he gonna hit him?
How? Well, with a right or a left. It could be either or, you know. But Naoya Inoue number 1, Benavidez number 2. Now it gets really freaking dicey. Let's say Shakur number 3. Yes. Yeah, Shakur number 3. Usyk 4.
Over Bivol?
And Bivol 5. Yeah. I don't know, man. You're asking me right now. I haven't even think about this, to be honest with you. But yeah. I said Inoue 1, Benavidez 2. Number 3. Shit. Yeah, Shakur, Usyk, and Bivol, but you can juggle.
I like your list. Don't change your list. Harmony, that's a good list, bro. Break it down free real quick. Your top 5 pound for pound right now.
My top 5. I got David Benavidez number 1. I got Sebastian Fedor number 2. I got Jerome Busin as number 3. I got Monster Inoue number 4. I got Benavidez number 5.
Fundora number 2. Holy shit. Okay. Giraffe Man
I
number
don't think
2, huh?
I got Sebastian number 2. I think the only person that could beat Sebastian right now that I see right now until somebody else beat him is David Benavidez. Sebastian Fedor is fighting behind his jab now. He's not fighting on the inside and not using his reach and not using his height. He's fighting a different style of fighting now. So everybody want to bring but he got knocked out by Brian Mendoza. Yes, that was before he was using his reach and his height. Now he's using his reach and his height. He's fighting behind the jab. He's a different fighter now.
Yeah, no, it looks really good against Team Sue, that is. But it does look good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I until somebody beat him, that was my list.
I like it, man. I like it. I didn't put Sander or Boots in there because I just got to see a little bit more, even though I'm a Boots guy, and obviously Sander's my boy. It sucks that they're fighting, but whatever. I just got to see a little bit more. Boots, obviously I know all he did in 47, and Xander coming off of Abbas Barau. I just got to see a little bit more. I have them. That's why I didn't mention Abdullah either, or what's the name of this guy? Albert Bell, even Raymond Murataya. For that reason, I just got to see a little bit.
But see, aircraft. The difference between my list and your list, I can explain my list. You can't explain your list. You never explain your list. You just say I got these guys 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But you never put no content behind it. I can explain my list. The reason why I have it the way I have it. Like I said, if these guys were the same size, I think David Benavidez beat all of them. I think Sebastian Fedor can beat everybody under him. I think Boots can beat everybody under him. I think Monster can beat everybody under him, and I think Bam can beat everybody under him.
I like
if they was all the same size.
I love Boots and Bam.
Now we will see if that list changed, because there's an opportunity. If Boots beats Xander Zayas, there will be an opportunity for Boots to fight Sebastian Fedor. They look like they're trying to make the opportunity for Bam to fight Monster anyway. So if these guys fight, then the list will change then. But right now, that's where it stands.
Yeah, because Sander did pull up on Fundora, and we all know how that went down. But whatever. Josh Kelly's not fighting. I thought Fundora was going to fight Josh Kelly, but that is not happening. Josh Kelly's fighting this guy, Yarko, whatever his name is, on July. And Fundora just fought.
Josh Kelly looking like he doing a rollie. He trying to hold on that belt as long as he could possibly can.
Smart
and they
man.
look like they about to make a Rolly and Ryan part 2. That's what it looked like for July. It looked like Rolly and Ryan going to fight in July.
I thought Ryan was going to fight Conor Benn, to be honest with you. That's what I heard.
They were talking, but Conor Benn just read up with Zuffa. So, and Dana White and Oscar De La Hoya, they don't get along.
At all. At all. Listen, y'all tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. Listen, beautiful boxing conversation. We got 20 or so minutes left in the show. I'm gonna give my 5 right now. It's so many guys like bunched up at the top right now. Now, just off of it's just a lot of different things that I'm looking at, right? Salute to T Hill pulling up. I'm gonna let T Hill get in first.
Okay, well, since you're gonna let me get in first, let me say that y'all hit the like button, support the channel. Let's go green. Shout out to my main man B3 for Sheezy's from the Let's Go Green team. Shout out to my main man Irony Boxing, from all the way over across the island. Shout out to D Free. D Free do it all. That Mickey Fricky is YouTube's Chuck Woolery, man. That Mickey Fricky on everything. So he like Frank's Red Hot Sauce. He put that ish on everything. He there. And he official too. He stamped. Shout out to STN. They STN strong around here. And I'm gonna say this. if we get that Ryan
Hold on,
Rolly
T
fight,
Hill. Hold on. Shout out to National Treasure. He just blessed the channel.
oh, shout out to the national
9.99.
treasure. Shout out to the national treasure with the 9.99 in the place to be. Hey, shout out, Ja. You always forever the nephew, man. I'm gonna say this though. If we get that Ryan and Rolly fight, that's good stuff because we need traction in that division. There's too many people with belts playing hide and go seek from one of the Mickey Frickies. We need some Ali Yaskin freeze or whatever they used to say to get them people to come out. Shout out to Benavidez going up in there and showing that you can beat on people bigger than you. So if you got skills, they truly do pay the bills if you got that type of skill set. So shout out to him. I never thought that Zerto had a chance, to tell you the truth, because he's too stoic, he's too slow. And Benavidez is much too fast, and accumulation always is a thing. I thought that Zerto should have did a different fight as well, too. I thought that he catered to what Benavidez does pretty well, and you can't do that. You got to switch it up, and you got to make him pay. Also, Benavidez is getting really skilled with throwing them bows. That boy be throwing them bows in them fights, too, but he put a beating on his tail, and that can't be disputed. Inoue, man, I got to give him his dab. He beat Nakatani. I thought Nakatani had what it takes to beat him, but either he had too much respect or Inoue was just a little bit too quick for him. Either way, I would love to see the Bam and Inoue fight. I think that might make a great matchup.
Who you leaning towards in that fight, T Hill?
Man, honestly, if Bam is on his regular stuff, I think Bam got what it takes to finally. You got to have that machismo to get up in there and give Inoue that dose, because you got to make him want to scrap. And I think Bam has what it takes to make him want to scrap. I think Bam will crack him a couple of times and he'll want to scrap. So if Bam can engage him on that and Bam can use them angles on him, hit him with a little something, I think, Bam might be able to pull that one off. But Inoue a bad boy, man. But I agree with T-Mac. I don't think as skilled as most people say he is. I just think that, he is athletically endowed, and it allows for him to overcome a lot of stuff that, he can't. But he does get hit. Unfortunately, Nakatani didn't use the jab well. He should have. That could be a lot on Inoue and his skill set to avoid the jab, but I've seen him get hit many times with the jab. So I don't know what happened in there, but I got to give him credit. So that's what's up. Shout out to the card that was this week, man. It was a great card. A lot of action. Hopefully,
T-Hill. The family Josh pulling up, but before we bring in Josh, T-Hill, let me ask you about the Angel Fierro versus Oscar Duarte. Do you feel
for
like
me,
that
I
was
thought Duarte narrowly won the fight. I thought that he damn near gave the fight away because unfortunately the Mickey Fricky let the middle rounds go to Duarte. So with that, he put it in risk. It was a great fight, man. I think I would love to see the rematch of that. But Duarte, he a little bit too big for him to be fighting at that way. He probably got to go up. Stop cutting all that weight to get out there and fight them little dudes. But it was a great fight, man. I wouldn't be mad if somebody said Fierro won that fight. Fierro had definitely won the middle rounds. I thought he gave up the last 3 rounds, and I thought he lost the first 4 for sure. So I had the 7-5, but if
a Mexican crowd, T-Hill, booed Duarte.
And then not only did they boo him, but they also booed Canelo, man. Canelo, you need to listen to the people, boy.
Mm-hmm. They're not playing that stuff. They want stuff on an even playing field, man. They don't want you lying to the people like you somebody and you got people calling you out.
They see right through him, man. Let me tell you this. I speak a lot with Mexican streamers. Trust me when I tell you, there's a ton of people in Mexico that see right through Canelo, bro. As big as he is, trust me when I tell you, he ain't exactly Chavez big like that. He's not over, to use a wrestling term, he's not over like Chavez is over in Mexico.
You already know Chavez. He's obviously the guy that for him to come out of his mouth and say that because David is North American, Mexican, nobody knows him. I mean, that was all the way out of pocket. But you see, he's not coming from a place that we should look at it. His people are looking at it like that's the truth. They're not looking at it like he's hating on Benavidez. We've on the outside looking like, dang, y'all don't want to accept the brother because he got a Mexican daddy, he got an Ecuadorian mama, and he born in North America, he born in America. So we looking at it like it's hate, it's like y'all don't want to accept him as your own. And the Mexican, the child is saying he's not us, he's not our own. We don't claim him. So keep that same energy. He's American. We want to support Americans. I support American boxing. I like all boxing. I like Duarte, Canelo, whatever, whoop de whoop. But if you don't want to claim him, if that's y'all right to do that. But just don't come back when he start whipping everybody and going up to be number one pound for pound. Now y'all want him in Mexican parades and y'all want to, have him with the mariachi bands and stuff. Nah, let him hang out with the brothers and kick it at the cookout. Shout out to my brother Smoke. Ja, jump in here, man. What's going on, bro? Appreciate you blessing the panel, family. Ja, you on mute.
Y'all don't want to speak, huh?
Nah, hold on. Give me a second. I'm,
Do your
I'm,
thing.
all right.
We got you. We got
By
you.
the way, D3, you're absolutely right about Josh Kelly, man. He knows he can't hold a candle to the rest of the dudes. So he's going to find his mandatory. He's going to fight over there, and he's going to get the benefit of the doubt because Bakram is being forced to fight an eliminator. I forget if it's Brandon Adams or who it was against for the IBF. So he should be getting an immediate rematch, and he ain't getting that. So instead, he's fighting this guy, Kaumin Aguiarco. I think that's his name. And who knows after that, man. Probably be
Yeah.
champion in recess.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that Brandon Adams was supposed to be fighting a Yarko, but I think he had to come pull out of the fight. I don't know if it was a weight issue. It was like the week of. So yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, Josh Kelly, he wants to hold on to that title. I think he wants a big fight, a big payday. I'm not sure why the Boost payday wasn't big enough. I'm not sure what Eddie is doing with that.
Yeah, they be leveraging that belt because they know it's about to be taken up off of them, so they're trying to get it to the highest bidder.
Man, I would like to see Virgil versus Josh Kelly.
But I hear you with what you said regarding the people, because the fans are fickle, and even you can see that the fighters are fickle. Now you want to start supporting this brother to shame somebody else when you should have just been supporting him because he's a boxer just like you. He has Mexican descent just like you. And that dude go up in there and he don't run from smoke just like you did. But in order for you to shame or spite another fighter, you now want to accept him. Like I said, keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying?
What's
Hey,
good with it? What's good
are
with
you
it
back? You
though?
back now? I like how you came through with that.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm
Big
sitting
Ellie.
here getting some fluids at the cancer center. So I was just talking to one of the doctors here helping me. But like, I wanted to talk about boxing though.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I love to talk about. I love boxing.
Ja, let me bring you in, bro. We talking Benavidez. Just talk to the people about what you saw in his performance, and then we were mentioning potentially him versus Bivol. What do you think about that matchup, Benavidez Bivol at 175?
I think Bivol was gifted a win over Baturbia. Um, so I don't
Yeah.
really think he the man like everybody be saying he the man. Like they giving him too much credit. He beat Canelo and he got a gifted win over Baturbia. I feel like Baturbia was the better fighter at that weight, but like, and I don't like all the talk about already before the fight even happened, writing Bivol off because you know that Benavidez a monster. Like, because any other time they don't want to do that. Like, they could have did that with Canelo, Floyd. They could do it with a lot of fighters, but they is trying to take away from Benavidez shine. He'll be going up the heavyweight, coming back down. which is very difficult to do, and still demolishing Bivol. Bivol could have been took this fight. He was bluffing. I'm happy that Benavidez he kind of moved on from Canelo, and then he still put him in the hot seat anyway. Cause that's what I was saying. Like, if y'all don't remember me talking about it, I was saying Benavidez could move up, man. Everybody was talking about, nah, his power ain't going to carry. His power definitely carried, and he was fighting a true champion in there. Somebody who only got one loss. He dominated, y'all. I look forward to him fight. I feel like Bivol should move up and fight him. Feel like that they shouldn't be fighting at that weight. Bivol should move up. It'd be more beneficial for Bivol to move up on his body. And I just think Benavidez pound for pound number one. Like I think Boots is number two and Tank is number three. That's my top three pound for pound. Um, man, that was beautiful what he did. Mongia, he was beautiful. Like Mongia was beautiful. He didn't need Canelo trying to steal his shine, and Canelo he could have did a virtual visit, and he had to come to Benavidez event. And it is what it is. Like call a spade a spade. They was hating. Like Benavidez said that Chavez ain't really want to give him his credit, and it's
Let
like
me
I
ask you
like
this, y'all.
Chavez. Yeah,
Oh, go ahead. You about to talk Chavez? Go ahead, talk. Put this.
I like Chavez. He one of my favorite Mexican fighters. So like. Haters hate. They just be hating on each other. It
Yeah,
ain't even. I don't think it's specifically
that's
about
definitely what they gonna do.
where
And
you
salute
from. Like
the
you
link.
Mexican, they know you Mexican, but they want to be the one. They want to be the greatest Mexican. Everybody want to do that,
Mm,
and
yeah.
it become more about politics than like none of these Mexican fighters. I give Benavidez the best in history. Nobody could beat you. And his style transition through any weight class. And you could give Usyk all that credit, and you can't give Benavidez that credit, then I don't trust you.
I'm with you on that. I'm gonna ask you something real quick, job. But let me say, salute to Illy. She dropped, hey Illy. So let me say this. We with the TikTok, it's TikTok superstar now. We adjusted on we adjusted the link on TikTok for B3 boxing picks is no longer. I'm not selling boxing picks no more. I'm selling hope not dope. And we went from D5 to A2 in less than 5 months on TikTok. We don't got to DoorDash no more. We really get into it. We praying for people, loving on people. So we got to update that link. But I appreciate you, Illy. And one other thing, Job, before we move around, the David said he is the real. He says he's like the only monster, right? Do you feel like Monster in a
Yeah.
way, Anayoya in a way? Does he have a right to the monster nickname, or do you believe David is taking over? Like he's the monster now.
I mean, David, he really got his nickname from Mike Tyson, like, and how you get that? Like, people call me Reels Daddy or whatever. Like, I didn't give
Mhm.
myself that nickname. I ain't give myself the nickname Reels. Like, and you know when it come to these nicknames and stuff like that. Like,
Mhm.
I'm sure nobody didn't. I mean, you didn't give yourself B3 picks. Like you just is that, you know what I'm saying? I had found out on my own, like, oh, this why he beat three picks, like just from a little small experience for real. So I could only imagine somebody else
Right.
recognizing that. Like, so people
Hmm.
call me reals just for like it just what they chose to call me, like Benavidez the monster, man. And anyway, his nickname really coming off of them trying to hype up um a fight between him and Tank, like King Kong versus Godzilla. So we should change anyway name to like Zilla or something.
Mm.
That's a tough one. Like but he can't beat Benavidez and no matter what weight class you put them in.
Yeah, I'm with you on that 1,000%. Now, hey, hold on, Ja. Did you get to see the Fierro versus Duarte fight?
Oh yeah, I know one who was saying like they robbed Fredo, like even though he came in overweight, they took that fight regardless. So that ain't no, I don't like that excuse. That's phony. And they robbed
Yeah.
Joe. That's why he got booed. Like and
Hmm.
he dropped him after it was clearly after the bell. Like
Right.
people want to jump on that and kiki ha ha about it. That was clearly after the bell, and Duarte was being dirty in that fight previously to that, and then he got his equilibrium knocked out of control, and he was getting his tail whipped for most of the fight. Just the way Fuedo's style is, his style is a little different, but he was dominating most of that fight to me. He was schooling Duarte. His power was like he still had his power and stuff, but he ain't have his equilibrium though. I thought he lost that fight. It was a clear robbery. I don't care what the excuse is that he didn't make weight, all of that. He lost the fight, man. And they just gave it to him anyway.
Mm. Yeah, I thought that was a horrible display of judging a fight. It looked like that it was definitely a lot of A-side politics in the scoring. Everybody in their mama could see that Fierro was letting his hands go. He was landing at the higher clip. I don't know what these what's the name should be ashamed of themselves. I don't trust what's CompuBox. I never trusted it. It's a lot of bias in it. Um Clean and effective punching is a criteria. Defense, effective aggression and ring generalship. So Fierro, after he got dropped after the bell, it was looking shaky for him. But he
And
composed himself.
they was letting my fault. They was letting
Hmm.
Duarte hit him low all
and
night.
and behind the head.
Yeah,
It- it-
like them low blows was blatant. They wasn't
yeah.
even doing nothing about it. Like that could defeat a fighter. Like that's
Hmm.
extra. That's like having three opponents or two opponents in the ring boxing them instead of just boxing against one guy. Like kept
Yeah.
hitting them low and stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought the referee did a horrible job. And I'm done with these old referees. Shout out to the referee. I forgot his name. They did the Inoue Nakatani fight. The black referee. I'm not sure if T Hill anybody knows that guy's name. He does a great job. He
Nah, he
stays out the
definitely. I
way.
don't know his name, but that man was doing a hell of a job in that fight.
Hmm. He went up with a. You should not even notice a referee if you can help it. If you got a fight like Chisora Wilder, then of course you're gonna notice a referee.
Yeah,
Because there
but
was a
we
lot of.
noticed him a little bit too much. That man was
Yeah,
up in
that's a
there
fact.
being an active participant.
That was a fact. That was a bad
Yeah,
comparison, but
some referees they need to retire. Like the one who I love, but the one who refereed Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez.
Nah,
Like
that
yo was blatantly letting Caleb hold. That was the softest I ever seen Caleb fight that night. Like I ain't
Facts,
respect him
bro.
for that.
did
Facts.
Kenny? Who is that? Kenny Bayless irony?
Which fight?
The David versus Caleb Plant.
Yes, yes, it was Kenny
Okay.
Bayless. What a surprise, right?
Yeah, he
That was
retired. He already retired, John. Yeah, he
yeah.
retired.
nah, but just
Caleb soft for that.
going back to what you said. Nah, that was a fight where you needed a lot of interaction from the ref, but he just was doing a little bit too much interaction from.
Yeah, he started taking points, and he did. That was the old excessive part.
Plan was holding that boy for so long, bro, and Kenny Bayless didn't say a word until like the very end, bro. It was
Don't
messed
worry, man. Your boy Benavidez started throwing them elbows, dog. You know what I'm saying? He exacted his revenge. He started hitting him with elbows. Like, you gonna
Well,
hold me?
it's not a coincidence. You heard what Wilder said about Kenny Bayless. I had a crab in the bucket referee with me. It ain't no
Mm,
mistake.
mm.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Monkey Man.
he don't want that fight with Big Charlo or Lil Charlo to me now, Mel Big Charlo now. He don't want it. Earl don't want that. Earl don't want that fight with Big Mel either, y'all. I got Mel beating his brother, uh, Caleb
Who,
Plant,
Maul? You
and
got him beating Maul?
no, yeah, yep. I
Mm,
got him beating Mar, Earl, and Caleb Plant
you might
same
as well
night.
go drink with
Hold
that
on, you
brother.
talking about the same guy that got whooped on by Tony Harrison, y'all?
Yeah, he talking about that guy.
Whooped on is a stretch. He definitely stopped Tony though, but
Yeah, it took him a couple. What about
him
okay? Well
getting
then,
whooped
what
on is
about
a
Casano?
stretch.
Casano
Castano
won.
that
Yeah, Castano
Castano
definitely won the first
don't
one.
let's not I don't
Nah,
think
he
he
definitely won
won.
the first one, Josh.
Let me just speak on it. Let me speak what I think. You think he won? I
You
don't.
could speak on it, Josh.
I
You could speak
disagree.
on it, Josh. You ain't got to
Thank
debo
you.
me. Go ahead and speak, player.
I'm not. Thank you. Thank you for telling me I could speak on it. So look, I disagree with you. I think Charlo won both, and I think the same way Floyd beat Castillo, then Charlo on the second one, he dominated him even worse and showed you what it really is. Let's not play like ain't nobody stripped Jamel from his undisputed status at 154. I don't get what we missing here.
He didn't fight
And
his mandatory, y'all. Tim
Earl,
Zoo.
Earl, Earl ain't nobody at 154. Hopefully,
Whoa,
he not
the
at
big fish.
154. At 154, he's nobody though.
What did he tell you? What did he say about Jamel? He said Jamel don't have fans. He can't even sell out in Houston, so that's
Right?
why he can come back and get a fight.
That sound like something a hater would say instead of
Earl don't
talking
fight at
about
Earl don't fight at
instead of talking
54. He
about
fighting at 60. Earl fighting
instead
at
of
60.
talking instead of talking about
Mm,
instead of
there
talking
you
about
go.
fighting, he started talking about sales. That was not the truth.
Nah, you missed it. You missed that part. He
That
did say he said we can line something up.
yeah, that was soft
Yeah.
how he said that. I seen it in his eyes. He bluffed. He don't want
He
that
been
smoke
said he
with
wanted to
Mel.
fight Jamel. Jamel the
Yeah.
one that said he
Uh,
didn't want to fight Earl. Earl Bill said he wanted to fight Jamel.
I know y'all like to defend Earl like y'all his lawyer or something, but Earl showed a lot of softness when he was matchmaking himself with Bud, with Duck and Keith Thurman. He showed his immaturity in those ways already. And to pretend like because he always been a bigger bag for ourselves as a boxer than Jamel anyway. But pretend like Jamel not who he is at 154 is
Ja,
not it's not the truth. That's
you
phony.
Ja. I'm not gonna let you do that. This brother literally he grabbed all the belts and got Bud a $25 million payday. We not gonna
Right,
do that.
which was soft. That was soft how he
Come
did
on.
that.
How
And look
so?
what happened to it was soft because he was supposed to get the best out of that and he got the worst. That's what was
He
soft
got the best.
about
He
it.
got
And
the
then
best out of it
my
because he got the
big
most
my
money,
big
Ja.
nah, that ain't it. That ain't just cause he got the most money don't mean he got the best
What
out
I'm
of it.
saying is that he could have been a goofball and tried to buck the
He
system
was a
and
goofball.
fight Terrence with one belt. Instead, he
Nah,
made sure
he
he
was a
went around
goofball.
collecting belts, and then he got the biggest payday and got Terrence
Yeah.
the biggest payday of his career.
He was a goofball for the
I
way he
mean,
did that. And
at the end of the day, Jamel is the one that's on the outside.
my biggest
Jamel is on
point
the
is
outside looking
Jamel.
in, like
It
Earl
is
said.
hold on,
Mm.
let me land
Like,
real quick. My biggest point is Jamel though. When it comes to 154
Oh
and
my bad.
him trying to pretend like Jamel jealous of him. Like go ahead. You're not proving that 154 and that's the truth. And Jamel is.
he doesn't
And
fight at 54. You keep saying at 54. He
what
don't fight at 54.
what you saying is just causing confusion.
And
It ain't
let
nothing.
me just jump in real quick, Ja.
You talking about he
Let
don't
me say
fight
this
at
real quick, bro.
154. Duh.
Shout out to my brother FaZe and Marky reading up their memberships, man. Appreciate y'all supporting the channel. That's gonna help us grow. And shout out hold on, FaZe pulling up. You breaking out. You going in and out free.
Good. Cause he
And,
talking that
and
nonsense right now.
Yo, what's the deal, man? What's the deal? Hey, John, you know that Jamel Charlo wore rib protectors when Earl and him was sparring, you know what I mean? He put rib protectors on because the big fish
That
was beating his body up. You know what I mean? Like, the big fish was beating his body in, so he had to wear extra protection around them ribs.
Why would you try to hurt him in sparring anyway? When y'all both money makers and y'all got big fights coming up.
It get like that. It get like
But
that.
And look what happened to
Mel was
You
Earl.
calling for that work though.
you better
Mel
Look
wear
was
what
calling for
happened.
that good
protectors.
work though, Josh.
Who in better shape now, physically and health wise?
Spence.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
probably say Spence, yeah.
let me just say this real
You
quick,
might as well
Carrier.
go drink it.
Mel be out here
Like
drinking.
T Hill
Mel
said,
be
you
on the
might as well
liquor.
go. We know Spence be drinking and driving. So let's go ahead with all
Oh
It's
that.
jeez.
listen,
No,
it's
that was
pride.
low.
Nah,
That
I
was
mean, well,
low, Josh.
that's what happened. But see,
That
it's
wasn't
prize
low.
fighting,
That was
Carrier.
true.
It's
That's
prize
true.
fighting.
No,
Let's
but
see
So
how he
the
does
I could go
against
even lower with Mel.
let's see how he does against Team Seal
You know,
first.
you can't.
all right, let's put Tim Zoo to the
Yeah,
Yeah.
panel.
he might
Let's
not
put Tim
even
Zoo
make
to the
it.
panel right now. Go ahead,
Mm.
Josh. Start us off.
He might not even make it past Tim Zoo. Tim Zoo, he more to me. He looked healthier than Earl. Earl never even fought at this weight, man, and
They
he just
fighting at
got
60,
whooped.
Ja.
They fighting at 158, man. I don't know why we doing this
You know what?
nitpicking with the. I don't know why we doing the nitpicking with the weight, man.
Well,
Why
You know
we
that's an
doing
actual
that?
because
fact.
Arrow's the A side. That's why.
All right, that's all
Wait,
that
so Earl
matters
Spence
to
is at
Earl
160. The
is a
fight, the
pay
fight's not
is
gonna
a
be at
pay.
154.
No,
Which
no,
just
it's
It's
shows
gonna be at
how
160
undisciplined.
B3.
That just show how
158. So yeah,
undisciplined.
160, 158. That's
That just
middleweight.
show how undisciplined Earl is.
Man,
Earl
Nah, let's
undisciplined.
not do
I ain't
that,
gonna lie
Ja.
to you. This gonna
He
be the first
is.
time.
Why he can't
This
be?
gonna
Why Earl
this
can't be
Because he had
undisciplined?
hold on because he never missed weight, and even in the biggest fight, he made sure he made the weight with a cracked rib, with a protruding rib. We not gonna act like Earl is not
That's when he
professional.
was being a goof. That's unprofessional. When you got a career and you still gonna take a fight now for a payday, this obviously for a payday, man. He
Yeah,
talking about him.
it's a
I
pay per
just
view
say
event.
this.
You can't pull out of those. You know that.
Man,
Is
you
Devin
can't.
Was Devin unprofessional for fighting Ryan and everybody told him just fight Barboza. You should have just fought Barboza.
Devin ain't have his orbital bone broken and was in accidents and be drinking when he not having a fight though.
That's a good point.
He
That's a
just
good point.
stayed at a lower weight for too long. Earl did all of he stayed at a lower weight for too long and all of the other stuff. Stayed at that lower weight knowing if he would have went to 154, Jamel would have smoked him.
Yeah, I'll say this. This gonna be the first time Earl Spence is gonna ever move up. He ain't never fought nobody that he probably didn't have a size advantage over at 147. Because we all heard about them fat camps where Earl was ballooning
That's
up to
true.
190 and had to come
We
down to
seen them. We
147.
ain't
Yeah,
even need to
yeah,
So,
hear.
that's
We
true.
Brother
seen
so
it.
Prize in here?
absolutely. So he ain't gonna have that size advantage over Tim Zoo. And Tim Zoo is gonna be hitting him with heavy shots he probably ain't never took at 147, just being
Who
honest.
betting on Tennessee?
Outside of
Who
Bud
betting on
Crawford,
Tennessee?
Say that again.
I got Errol Spence.
I got
Who
Tim
betting
Zoo.
on Tennessee? That's
All
what I
right,
want
Marky,
to
we got a
know.
friendly 50 mark.
Yeah, we could put a friendly 50 on that.
Okay, lock. I'm gonna send it to you.
See, I don't know who
I
will
already got
win.
Marky locked in for this Woolley Dubois this
I want to
weekend.
know who's betting on that. If
Absolutely.
y'all feel me talking about Tennessee, who's betting on Tennessee?
Marky just did. Marky put his
I
money where his
did.
mouth is.
You want
See,
that friendly
he
50
Ain't hard
be
to
free?
bet on in this fight though.
man, listen.
Tim Zoo
All,
ain't hard to bet on in this fight.
I got
He
Both of
Dubois.
these guys are fighting at a
Personally, I
weight
got
class
Dubois.
that neither one of them
Yeah,
are
on
at this
l'air
point.
de voir.
Yeah, he gonna stop Wardley. Wardley, listen, you had your run. It's They should make a movie about that run. I get it, but you're about to get found out, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who you
Carrier,
talking
you got
Yeah.
about?
$20 on
yeah.
Carrier. We locked in. You already know. Friendly 20 on we locked in. You already know. I'm gonna take y'all money on this arrow fight. Y'all got arrow messed up big time.
I like Earl though. Like I favor him not because I just rooting for Earl. I want
Tim
to
Zoo
see him
gonna
come
knock the
back.
teeth out of Earl Spence
But
mouth.
it kind of
Yeah, right.
it don't look good for Earl to me.
Why didn't he knock out whatever? I'm just gonna call him a white boy because that's respectfully what he was. Why didn't he do that to that last guy that we never heard of, Mark?
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Dennis Nurja. You're talking about
Well, yeah,
Nurja?
okay.
Nurja?
But
Whoever he
I'll
was
say this.
fighting,
I'll
Yeah,
say
yeah,
this.
irony.
Nurja, whatever.
Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah.
man. Like
I
he's
I
some
don't need
random
it.
dude.
But I'll say this,
Yeah.
B3. I don't
How
need
you
him to
doing?
knock out Earl Spence. I just need him to win. That's all I need.
And hey, listen, trust me, that ain't gonna happen. I appreciate the
Think
Okay.
friendly
you?
50
Got a
and thank
friendly
you and
50
thank
on
you
it.
and thank you, Carrier, because I need that support for the channel. We got to get money out of the brother somehow. So I'm thankful.
I got another 50 I want to put on the big fish too, man.
Damn, Curry, you
My
gonna give
hold
up?
on. Everybody can't bet Marky though, because we got to make sure these funds come through.
You gonna give up that friendly 20, Curry? Well, you could have just been a member. You could have just been a member for a couple of months.
Yeah,
You could
appreciate
have
it.
been a member for
Hey,
3 months. You could have
B3.
been a member for 3 months.
Yes,
B3,
sir.
man, they just updated the pound for pound rankings, man. You know,
Whoa, I was looking. Phase, you went
I
out.
said they I said they just I said they just updated the pound for pound rankings. You know who they put number one?
Monster, Inoue.
Oh my God, man. Come
That's
on,
did
man.
they for real?
Yeah, they did that
Oh
shit,
yeah, of
man.
course, of course.
How can you not have Inoue number one at this point?
No,
To be
he's
honest
not
with you.
number. He's not better than Usyk. He's not better than David. He's not better than Shakur. He's not better than those guys. He's just not.
Okay, I
If they were the
disagree,
same
but
size,
okay.
if he was the same size as Tank putting him to bed.
Matter of fact, he bigger than Tank right now, man. He
It,
about
Hold
an
on,
inch and
hold
a
on,
half
hold on, hold
taller. He
on.
an inch and a half taller. At least he could put on some pounds, but he ain't gonna make that fight. He only got
That's
two
what
more
I said.
fights left, to tell you the truth. I
That's what
think
I
he
said.
gonna.
If they was the same weight, Monster anyway is not doing anything with David Benavidez if they was the same weight. Because same
At
size
all.
means same weight. Doesn't mean same height. It means same weight.
Let
So
me
they
pivot.
bullshit.
was
Let
the
me
same
pivot
weight.
real quick, free. I got you coming in. My bad. Hold on. Shout out to Bentley putting some color in the chat. Appreciate the $2. He said I got 50 Tim. Now we gotta just confirm this, Bentley. Are you saying that you got 50 with me or 50 with FaZe? Let's just confirm because FaZe has arrow.
Yeah, I got Earl Spence, the big
So we just
fish.
want to know who you covering that 50 with.
Strap
Because
season.
me and Marky is locked in for a 50. Me and AC is locked in for a dub. And I just want to know, Bentley, who you locking in with. And shout out to my brother Remo in the building. Let's talk fashion.
hey,
Uh,
hey, 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 hey,
Salute to my
hey,
brother
hey,
Remo.
B3.
Hey, we're gonna extend the show a little bit. Y'all know we do 1 to 3 now because we gotta build up and I gotta move around
I
and do
gotta
things.
ask a
But
question
I
real
love the
quick.
panel today. So I'm gonna redrop the T Hill already on. Appreciate my brother T Hill. This is
Aircraft.
beautiful work. Let's this is a beautiful elevation as I would call it. Go ahead, Cook
Hey,
Faye.
I gotta
hey,
I
hey,
gotta ask a question. I
B3,
gotta ask a
look at
question real quick.
aircraft put in the chat. This a black eye on boxing. Y'all monster Inoue haters.
Ah.
Can I? Can I? Hey, hey! Don't
Hold
lump
on, go
me in
ahead,
with
Cook.
them. Don't put
Nah,
me in
nah.
with them.
Irony box. No, hold on. Irony boxing and Marky Dan are historical in a way, monster in a way fans from way back.
Okay,
So,
okay,
but Marky
Thank
Dan
you.
is biased. He's biased for anybody from an island. So you
yeah.
cannot trust Marky judgment. He's biased.
No, no, no.
So you got
Listen,
to
You
you
be
know
can't
what?
careful with
trust
him.
my
If
judgment either. Okay, I'm just a kind of dude at the end of the
yeah,
day.
no, because
But
if I felt like Inoue was
but
the
I
number
gotta
Okay,
one
Billy,
pound for
say
pound,
less. We locked it in. We locked in. We got to put all this on record. I got to put all this on record.
because I
But I
gotta
know
know
y'all got it.
what
You
on
you got
earth,
it, Bentley. I know you, Carrie, and Marky. Y'all got it. I appreciate y'all.
why
I don't know where you gonna find your bet phase. I don't know where you gonna
oh,
find
it's
it. Go
all
ahead,
good.
what
Cook
I'm gonna
Iron.
find it on
what
DraftKings.
I
That's
wanna
a fact.
What you betting, face?
I wanna know
I'm
what
betting
do
that
you
Spence win. I don't even care what it
Oh,
Yeah.
is.
okay.
I want to
Yeah,
know what do you base. I'm genuinely asking, okay, because
yeah,
obviously we're comparing Lambos here, obviously, right?
yeah.
But what do you base that Naoya Inoue couldn't beat? You said three names, and then you said Tank. You said Benavides, then you said
Shakur,
Shakur, and the other one is Usyk.
uh,
Oh,
Usyk.
Is
I
it
mean
Usyk? Okay.
Boots. I would say Boots too. I mean, I just I
yeah,
don't see
I
it.
man.
mean, that
But
ain't no insult, okay? It's not like that's an insult to say
no, no,
that,
no.
but
It's not. It's not. It's
Now
not.
he
But
just
Oh,
saying that
yeah,
if they
that's a
was the same
great take.
size,
no, no, I
if they
know,
were the
well,
same.
well. I'll
but
just say this, bro.
yeah.
I guess I go for pound for pound is just like who whoops the who whoops the most guys convincingly. who's going and getting these lineal belts and stuff like that, or who's fighting the champions all the time, and so Inoue is pound for pound like that. But in terms of like skill sets and how I see, David go and fight guys, how I see Shakur and Usyk, how they go smash. I don't think he smashed Nakatani. I don't think that was a good showing. But I have seen NUA smash Cool Boy, but
Yes.
I just don't know. Like Nakatani, like I think he started off like slow,
Yeah,
they
yeah. He
honestly,
gave
they
him too much
honestly both
respect. Yeah.
they both didn't look like good fighters. Like if Nakatani was at 140 hypothetically, Keyshawn destroys him. You know what I mean? Like I just don't think that those two guys.
Damn.
I don't
I
know. I
don't
don't
know about
know.
Shakur
Damn.
though. That's the only one I
I mean,
disagree with because I don't know what Shakur been proven. Like
Oh
he
man.
he he been able to spike the same. He hasn't had no pressure put on him for real.
You
Only
know who
Zapata.
anyway remind me of, Ja, a little bit. He almost remind me a little bit of Tio.
No
He
way,
always
man.
no
No
way,
he
man.
way,
always he
man.
always remind a little bit
See,
because
you can't
he,
give him that credit off of T.O., yo.
People are still remembering from when he got dropped by Cardenas and when he got dropped by Neri, as if he didn't win,
If
get
he if
back
he
up and
beat
mauled them
Gary,
both.
if he if
But
he beat Antoine Russell like that, like how he beat Zapata, then I give him credit. Like, all
if you
right,
don't, if you don't
that's
give
pound for
Naoya
pound.
Inoue, if you don't give Naoya Inoue credit for what he just did, you're never gonna give him credit.
Not
He can go,
not
he can
anyway.
massacre, he can beat Bam, and you're still not gonna give him his credit
no,
because I
I'll give
I'm
mean,
him
what
credit
saying
if he
else?
beat
I'm
Bam.
saying
I'll give him credit
Shakur
if he beat
though.
Bam.
Like
I
Shakur, based off of who he fought, I'm not giving him that pound for pound
okay,
status.
let's say it like this, man. Is there a difference in talent in the American fighters and the Japanese fighters?
I don't understand that question, but
I think that there's
like
a difference in talent, bro.
Hey, I know. Hey, that's something that was
That's
confusing, huh?
loaded. That
Now
was
let's
loaded.
just look at the pound for pound list and see. Y'all, we got one, maybe two in Inoue and Junto. The American boxers. You got Benavidez, Bam Rodriguez, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney,
no, you
Jerron
got a lot
Buches.
more. So I don't understand.
Exactly. Sebastian Fondora. Yeah. So, I mean, the talent disparity is without question is one.
So B3. So when I'm looking at talent and I'm looking at the way these elite fighters in America look when they fight, I just didn't see that last night. Maybe he does it in all his other fights. I don't watch all his other fights, but
You
last
talking about
night,
Junto versus Inoue?
yeah, I didn't see
Man,
I didn't
man,
see the eliteness.
In a way, is lucky that head clash happened because Junto was on him. Junto
Yeah,
started
Remember,
landing a lot of
chasing him around.
combinations.
remember one
Yeah.
thing, guys. Now Inoue at least had the balls to face the clear number 1, 2 in his country. Okay, at least Inoue had the balls to do that, which I cannot say the same for
Well,
you
Devin
know
Haney
who.
did it. Shakur
Who
did
the
it.
hold on who
Terrence
irony
Crawford did it.
Canelo?
Nah, Canelo's water under the bridge, bro.
All right,
He's just the next news.
so who in America is ducking?
Shakur Stevenson.
He just fought T.O.
Oh.
Can we deny that at this point? Like he won't fight Keyshawn Davis, he won't fight Devin Haney, he won't. I love the kid, but I gotta tell you the truth, bro. This guy got the balls to fight the number 2 guy, and you're not gonna steamroll through everyone, especially when you're fighting a killer like Junto Nakatani. Are we forgetting that this guy took
Yeah,
Aldo Ramoni's head off? Are we
he did.
forgetting about that? Come on, man. Like, if you
Speak
don't
the
give
facts,
Naoya Inoue
irony.
his credit, if you don't give Naoya Inoue his credit, forget it. It's never gonna happen. Forget it.
Man, listen,
I
I'm
don't
gonna be
know,
honest with you. This
man.
in this situation phase, I don't care. Because in every other instance, as Black Americans, as Americans, it's a lot of infighting. If there's one situation where it's us versus y'all, so be it. Because a
Yeah.
lot of these different groups are against us. I mean, I just went to Kava just to quick pick up some quick food, and this white girl act like she ain't even want to serve. She ain't want to hurt me. I'm like, chick, if you don't do your job, like she acting like I'm up there like looking like Mr. Magoo or something. I'm like, chick, I know I'm handsome. I know you ain't never seen nobody in your life look like me. Your
He said,
boyfriend
cause he
definitely don't.
young and he
So
handsome.
yeah, so these people got so much hatred towards us, irony. I don't care. To be honest
Yeah.
with y'all, and I'm gonna stand on that.
Nigga
These
said,
these dudes
trust
want to
me,
be
bro. He
brothers.
want
They
this.
want to be
irony,
brothers.
Not
So
going to
be it.
serve
B
this.
three,
irony.
B3. That's
Yeah.
their problem. That's their
But
problem, not your problem. Remember that. Okay, they're the ones that gotta carry that hate, not you, bro. You go about your day and do you, bro.
Hey,
hey, hey,
Right.
what he's
hey,
saying is
Joey.
just
Right.
like that is in the real life, in the boxing politic world too. That's the same thing going on, play. That's all he's saying. He said
Yep.
it's
Irony.
like
So
minded.
y'all gonna be
Nah, bro.
pushing this
Mayweather
toward
fought Judah.
you.
Mayweather fought Judah. He fought.
When it made sense, when it made
I don't.
sense.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want to hear that, bro. There's a
They
lot
did, but
more
they
to
look
it.
how long they
Like,
waited though. When it made sense, he fought Shane Mosley and he fought when there was
right.
nobody else. When he had already fought everybody that was the fight, and it made sense for to get Judah. It was the right time.
So,
Shakur and Keyshawn, they still got so much food on their plate. That they don't. Everybody wants them to fight, and they came up together.
Okay,
so,
are
But
they
so
not?
what
Are
you
they not
saying,
number one and
Ernie?
number two? B3.
Ernie,
Are they not
No,
number
no,
one
no.
and number two?
Ernie.
Antoine Russell. Antoine Russell's is number one, number two. So he needs to
Y-
fight
y-
Gary Antoine
Okay,
Russell.
okay,
Then
okay.
Now
and Keyshawn is fighting. Keyshawn fought Jermaine Ortiz and Nahir Albright. I mean, he's not on no Shakur level right now. Let's be respectful.
hey,
Shakur, come on, man. Let's be real.
so but for the record, you're saying that Nioa is the one that's going out there and just knocking off names left and right, though. That's what you're saying, and the rest of the folks need to follow suit.
Yeah, no doubt. He's the most
Doheny?
active too.
So
Come on,
who
man.
again?
Hold
I
on,
give him credit
Shakur.
on the
Whatever.
Nakatani, but who again?
Hold on.
I'm just
Who again?
Whoever said no, Doheny. Remember Shakur fought Edwin De Los Santos too. Just saying, you know.
Oh, and the puncher that they almost cleaned up Rayo. They cleaned up Rayo
Yeah, you
and
saw
had
that
Rayo
fight,
and
right?
as he was like a plus 500 underdog and he cleaned Rayo up. That puncher?
If
hey,
that ain't
hey, and
if
Come
that ain't the
B3,
on.
worst fight you've
hey,
ever
hey,
seen, bro.
De Los Santos had his hands in his pocket too. De Los Santos
Yeah.
had his hands in his pocket too.
Yeah, he did.
Nah,
He
that
did.
ain't on him. That
For
ain't on him.
sure,
Man,
he
Nice
let his
try.
hands in his
shoot.
pocket. For sure, he had
Man.
his hands in his
He was
pocket.
listen, he was comfortable getting that paycheck. And just like he was comfortable pulling away from that Keyshawn fight, because he was gonna get a little paycheck. So these do so yeah, so that's just what it
Comfortable.
is. He was real comfortable letting
But
Shakur run
my
or
thing is
bounce
this.
around the ring.
My thing is this. When I watched the Inoue and Fury, you know, I mean, Fury and Usyk, Bud and Spence, you know, Shakur and Tio. I saw elite. I saw the elite fighters. They is all elite. Like Inoue didn't look elite against Nakatani. He didn't.
He
He
just look
didn't.
better.
No, FaZe. I'm not gonna let you do that.
You're not
I'm not gonna
supposed
let you do
to.
that.
You're not supposed to
Hold on,
look elite
Irony.
against
No,
Nakatani.
no, 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 no. Don't even do that, Irony, because he's wrong. And
No,
shout out to Vay.
I'm
I
just
am
saying,
trolling. In a
100%.
way, looked the best I ever seen. Before the back half of that fight, when he kind of maybe he got gassed out a little bit, whatever the case may be. His reaction time, his head movement, the way he was ducking and dipping away from shots, and that's jab. In a way, may have the best jab in boxing right now. Just after that performance, I don't care what nobody say. The triple jab he was throwing, who got a better jab in a way?
I gotta say
There's
something.
a lot of people that got
You're
better
not gonna.
Give me
jabs.
You're
one.
Anyway,
Tell me, free. Who got a better jab?
Duvall got a better jab than Inoue.
That's
You
cap.
maybe,
talking about that runner?
maybe,
I like
The one
Jamal
Duvall
that
Charlo
you
got
just
a,
jab.
said, Duck Benavidez?
Duvall got a better jab than Inoue.
And
I don't care
I
about him
disagree.
running or not.
Bivol don't got no power
When we
jab like
talking about his
Inoue.
Devin
jab,
Haney got a better jab than Inoue. Stop it.
yeah,
Cap.
Devin Haney too.
man. The Inoue
Devin Haney.
derangement syndrome. My God, bro. Like, okay, let me just say this.
Yeah, I'll
No,
clean up
You're
after
not
you.
gonna look. You're
I
not
agree
gonna.
100% with what
Honestly.
Freddie said. I
You're
did
Big
not,
not.
Charlo.
I
Big
did not see
Charlo
him
got a
when he
better
fought
jab than Inoue.
Saturday morning.
I have a better jab than Inoue. The
I
the
agree
the
100%
problem.
with what Freddie said.
You're,
Bunch
I
of
did not
hate.
see
yeah,
a
of
elite
course you
fighter
do.
Saturday morning. I saw Monster Inoue not being able to get around the more rangier guy. He did land shots here and there, but we didn't see the Monster Inoue that we saw against Cool Boy. We didn't see the Monster Inoue that we saw against MJ. We didn't even see the Monster Inoue versus Neary. We saw a
Okay,
Monster
did you see the
Inoue
monster Benavidez against
that
Vostik?
was
Did you see the monster Benavidez against Vostik? How about Morel? Did you see
what about
that?
Morel?
Man, that Monster Benavidez, that's the real monster. Yeah, like my
They can
man
shine
Arnie
together.
said.
They can shine
Nah,
together.
man,
But
What
that's
about
That's
Morel?
But
Zilla.
he beat
That's
the
Hold
hell
Zilla.
on,
out of
Ja. Hold
Morrell.
on, Ja.
let me say this
Let
real
me
quick.
ask Ja this, Irony. Go ahead. You can go ahead. Go ahead, Irony.
Just real quick. you're not going to look elite against everybody, especially if you have the balls to face top level opposition.
Yeah.
Just saying, just saying.
Yeah,
If you if you
Junto's on
dodge
pound for pound.
if you dodge the top level opposition, of course you're going to look like a destroyer against everyone. Sorry, Shakur.
No,
I don't know
I think
why Shakur's
I
still
think
getting way
I
too
think you
much
missing
credit,
what we're
man.
saying.
He
I'm
didn't
not
earn it
saying
yet.
I'm not saying that Monster Inoue is not a good fighter. I'm not saying Monster Inoue didn't win the fight. What I'm saying is what I saw Saturday morning. It wasn't an elite fight. That wasn't an elite fight. It was a good fight by Monster Inoue, but it wasn't elite.
But the
It
back
wasn't.
half, but that's off the back half, free. So
No,
I'm
I'm
with you.
talking.
I'm
It,
with you. He
it,
Yeah,
faded.
no,
Wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
He
wait,
no,
was
wait.
no.
looking
Hold
phenomenal.
Because he
I'm gonna
didn't.
let Marky
I
get
want to be
in.
clear. Because he
Hold up,
didn't
D3.
outclass Junto
You never
Nakatani.
did say what I'm saying because I'm telling you, the entire fight was not an elite fight. It ain't had nothing to do with the back half.
explain
He
that.
was fight.
None.
Explain. Get some more detail to that, free.
No, I literally, I mean, Marky Dan can vouch for what I said. I literally, me and Juan was like, man, this fight is boring. The first half, when they started picking up the
That was
second
off of
half, I
Junto.
said, oh, now the fight started. Now the fight started. This was
Yeah,
in the
because
second,
Junto was so negative that he wasn't letting his hands go. Like
and
Junto made that fight boring because he wasn't throwing punches. So Monster had to pretty much make the fight. And then at the end of the day, of course, he was chasing the whole fight. But I just feel like his reaction time, his head movement, his jab was
But
on
that's
was on
why
another
that's why he
level.
get cooked by
But it's
Shakur.
Man, if this was a Japanese anime, Inoue would be the evil villain that everybody think is just this classy guy,
Nah.
and not that he would have cheated Nakatani by fighting dirty, but everybody didn't catch it though.
This
Not
was a.
Nakatani,
whoa.
Nakatani was
If
the
this
better
was an
fighter.
anime, Inoue would be Goku. He'd be
Hell
Naruto.
no.
Hell yeah, he'd be the
Anyway, it'd be
protagonist.
Goku on
Vegeta.
steroids. How do you even know
Anyway, it'd be
Evo, bro?
Vegeta when him and Radix first came to the Earth.
Hold
Man,
on.
it's just a bunch
So
of
you saying
crap.
he intentionally headbutt Junto?
Hell yeah, cause
I
That's
don't
Junto,
believe.
cap,
I'm
bro.
gonna be
Junto
fair.
the
Junto
Unbelievable,
put
man.
his head
Junto
into
the better
Inoue, who
boxer.
was against the
Junto the
ropes.
better boxer. We know you biased though, Marky. So you need to stop.
You biased.
Junto got more.
What?
We all biased.
You
We
just
all got
gonna
our
say
biases.
you
Let's call it what
biased?
it
Like
is.
what are you
Because
talking about?
you are
Yeah.
biased.
That is not an
If
argument, bro.
if you make a
That's
We
flesh
not.
and
know
You
bone
we
called me
fight,
know you
biased first, so
biased.
that's not an argument for your
I
side
said
either.
we know you biased. You talking
Well,
about
I know you
anyway.
biased too. How about that?
You don't though. You
I
just
do know.
saying that. You just saying what
You
Listen,
I
just saying
said.
that.
listen.
man.
When
No,
you
I'm
watch
not.
so much boxing,
We
we
know you
watch
biased
boxing
for
every
anyway.
week. It's no way y'all can tell me y'all seen somebody that with that type of at that weight class with that type of reaction time, that type of head movement, and that jab. The triple jab that he would him when he missed with the first one, and he came back with the other double jab in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, okay.
Like, man,
It's
this
not a lot of
dude is
fighters that can do that,
sick.
B3.
He
This
was
dude is sick.
desperate. Anyway was desperate.
Benavidez'
Anyway
resume
was
doesn't even
desperate.
compare to
So
Inoue's
so
resume,
that's
fellas.
the but
It
I
doesn't
respect
even
it though,
compare.
B3. I respect
Jump
it.
in,
That's the
Mark.
same thing they did. No, I respect it
What
though, B3. It's
Arnie
the
what
same
Arnie
thing.
said?
It's the same thing they did to
I'll tell you right
Floyd.
now.
Benavidez.
If Floyd
I'll
didn't
tell you right now.
outclass somebody, they said he lost. So I
Yeah.
respect it. If I knew he don't outclass somebody, oh, he
No,
didn't look
Yeah.
no.
elite.
Any
Yes.
I
Oh,
don't
he
respect
didn't.
what you
Oh, he
Yes,
didn't
said.
y'all.
look that good. So I
I don't
respect it,
respect what
man.
you
That's
said,
what happens.
Marky. You
The
compare you
crowd is
comparing
the
We're
crowd.
anyway
not
I
gonna
to
get
guess I
no
should
type
Floyd.
of
finish what I'm
sound
saying.
bites from this
My
live, y'all.
fault. My
But
fault.
I'm liking what y'all doing. I'm liking the
No
conversation, but
man. Ain't
we
no
can't make no money
Floyd.
off
Let me say one thing, because Ja didn't hear what I said.
Ain't,
I said
ain't no
Benavidez' resume doesn't even compare to Inoue's resume. I said it.
At all.
wow.
At all.
it.
Not right now.
Marky
Nope.
serious, yo. Marky serious. You gotta stop,
Anybody
Absolutely.
from
Arnie.
anybody from an island, Marky is gonna be biased for you. So
You
that
talk
don't
It's
even
not
about
about bias. It's not about
that's just a
bias. That
fact.
man got a first ballot Hall of Famer in Nonito Donaire. He got Stephen Coolboy Fulton, who beat
Yep.
Angelo Leo and
Marlon
Brandon
Tapales.
wow.
Figueroa,
Hey, Doc,
who
he
are
fought through a
currently
broken jaw.
champions. He beat Ryochi Taguchi, who went on
Wow.
to become a lineal champion unified at 105, at 108.
This the
His
same
resume is
guy who
way
be
better.
this the
It's
same
not even
guy who be
close.
hating on Tank and then he try to use this resume. And
I
but
don't hate on. I don't care about Tank. I
Benavidez
don't care about Tank.
resume Yeah, right. Benavidez resume though? Are you crazy?
The best
Benavidez
fighters
got a way
Benavidez has
better
fought.
resume.
The best fighters
Oh my
Benavidez has fought
god.
is Anthony Yard, Zerto, David Morrell, who's
What?
never won a championship, and
Yes.
Godsick,
You don't
Yes.
know.
who
In
was
my
out the
Yes.
Roger
ring for 3 years.
Voice, peace and blessings. You don't know ish about boxing. In my
I love you
In
too,
my
Ja.
Roger
I love you too, Ja.
Voice.
I love you too,
I
Ja.
mean, Roger Mayweather
I was
was
talking
having
to
some
Marky.
faculty
I know
problems.
you being sarcastic, Irony. That's crazy though.
No,
That's
but I love you for
dangerous.
real, though. But I love you for
No,
real,
no,
though. I
no.
love
Love
all
But
your
you,
boxing.
love you.
Roger
I love
Mayweather was
all of
having
y'all.
some
I love you
Roger
for real
Mayweather was
too,
having
man.
some neurological problems. So I'm not surprised you're trying to sound like him and quote him.
I
Yo,
love it, man.
peace
This
and
Raw
is
like
kind
him
of
blessings,
too.
y'all.
business.
You
Hey,
doing
I
yo,
too
love
take
it,
much,
that,
Mark.
man.
take that back, Marky. That's
Take
not
Yeah.
back
where I
what?
was going with it. Stop
And
talking
that
about
brother was
Roger
very,
Mayweather, yo.
yeah, he was
I'm
very
talking
locked
about
in when
whoever I
he.
want. This is a free country.
Hold
Just
on,
cause
Mark.
you don't,
Nah, we
I'm
ain't
just
gonna disrespect the
asking you.
legend
I'm
like that.
asking you to take that back, man. Please
No.
take that back. All
Make
right.
me. No.
You don't know ish about boxing. That's
He said, make me.
solidified.
You don't know ish about boxing.
I ain't about to make you. I said I was asking you. What
And I
you are
said
some
no.
weirdo.
So
That
stop
was
crying,
suspect.
boy.
You
We
talk
gotta, all
about
right, we gotta
make you.
move on. We
Quit
gotta, we
crying.
gotta move on. I
You
gotta play the
you
drop for
must
Mark,
got some
man.
sugar in your tea.
No! Oh, shit! Say it again. Say something else. Oh! Say something else. Say something else, nigga.
Well
And you,
done,
and,
B3.
yeah. Let me ask y'all this. We're not gonna be on here too much longer because y'all already know we over for 30. But I love what we did. We got to come back on Wednesday. We'll be back Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 3. Hey, this is a beautiful conversation.
I
Um,
love it, man. It's awesome.
before we get out of here, FaZe pulling it back up. I gotta let FaZe cook, man. FaZe and Marky, they re-up their memberships, man. So I'm thankful. It's only $7 a month. So I'm thankful for that. We we gotta be
You
on the
know,
platform for our brothers. I mean, they
I
Hey,
support.
became
don't
a
even worry
member,
you
about it.
know
People
what
You
we
you
people
gonna
go.
put
send
color
it
in the
back to me
chat.
with that friendly 50 this Saturday, B3. Don't worry about it.
Man, if Daniel
Hey,
Dubois beat Wardley, I'm gonna be mad at Frank Warren, man. Why you putting Wardley in there to get knocked off by Triple D? But
Olé
no,
Dubois.
He's got almost
Olé
every
Dubois.
heavyweight. You got to remember
yeah,
that, B3.
hey,
He's got
yeah.
hey,
almost every
yo,
heavyweight.
irony. No, maybe the Nakatani fight wasn't the big fight. Maybe Bam is the big fight, man.
Mm.
Man, Bama gonna
Bam
sleep.
gonna bring a
Okay,
different
that
element.
could
He
be.
ain't gonna be scared. He ain't gonna be starstruck.
Mm.
Bam is gonna come in there to try to really win the fight.
Is he big enough to beat?
What
Is he big enough to get in there?
But I'm about to stop anyway.
He could go to
and when
120.
and when and
He
when
said
We
that
Inoue
gotta
he
win the
play
want to
that
go to
song.
fight,
I am
one60.
oh,
a
Inoue just
real
look elite.
American.
Oh,
I
James
am a
Brown.
real American.
Hey, I love James Brown, man.
Man, I'm already knowing how. Listen, I want to see Bam do well. Maybe he could win that fight. We got to see. I would
That
love to
would be
Man,
see
a
him win
hell
that
of a
Bam,
fight.
fight. I
Bam
agree
do
with that
he
anybody
face.
do this with
I agree
anybody
with
on
that
ease.
this
face.
panel want that friendly 50 on the Bam
We
Inoue?
got we got
Anybody
to
want
see
that
I
him,
don't
friendly
but
bet.
50?
I
I'm
don't
not
bet.
setting that up with you again. Not
It's
not
too
no anyway.
soon. They
And
gotta
he
make the
moving up.
fight.
He
Yeah, I
they
know
talking.
you.
Hey,
You
Ja,
smart, B3. You smart.
Ja,
I
they
I
don't
got
talking
you.
bet.
about.
I don't
Ja, they
bet
talking
though.
about Bam going up to 118. He about to fight Antonio Vargas, who's a good fighter, but he should be able to get Vargas. But then he's going back. They talking about him going back down to 115. So they don't really want that in the way fight, bro.
I mean, that show you how soft anyway is anyway. That you looking for Bam. Go up and fight Shoo and them, man. You don't
Hold
want
on.
no
You
Damn.
didn't
smoke.
just say
Are you going
Bam was
back
gonna
them?
stop Inoue? You didn't just
Yeah,
say Bam was gonna stop
I
Inoue?
still think he gonna stop him. I'm saying how soft anyway is. What are you talking about?
Man, you
Man,
a bunch of
Mm.
cap and confusion.
unbelievable, bro.
No, I'm not.
Unbelievable.
No, I'm
Yes,
not at
you are.
all. It wasn't no cap or confusion about it.
You don't believe that
You
crap
just
if you just
mad.
said
You
that.
just mad
You
because
praying Inoue
cause
stay
I
away
ain't
from
say
Bam, because Bam will
I
get
ain't.
hands put on him.
You just mad cause I ain't glazing anyway. That's all. Cut it
Well, let me
out.
just
I'm
say
mad
this.
because you
To
capping.
be honest with you,
I'm
is
not
is
capping.
Turkey is Turkey that wants Bam versus Nue. Bam was asked for the fight. He wants a big payday. And Nue has not been calling for Bam.
Inoue said yesterday. That's
He
Anyway,
did
cap.
say
Nue
That's
was
anyway,
he
cap.
wanted that fight, though.
Nue would
anyway,
step
Inoue
been
on
said
a weight
Bam.
yesterday.
bully though. Anyway, been a weight bully though. He could have been moved up to
He been up
126.
5 weight
He
divisions.
doesn't need to move up anywhere, bro. He's the
Exactly.
king.
This
He's
man
the
came
king.
up from 100 pounds, like, and we giving him so much credit for that.
We
Of
got to,
course,
man.
as
I
we
mean, he's
should,
stepping
bro.
on everybody.
Hold
He
on,
We
but
don't.
listen,
We
didn't we
he
don't
give
got
literally.
Benavidez
to.
credit?
You
Didn't we
know
give
that was a
Benavidez
cap.
credit for jumping 25 pounds? Didn't we do that?
Do you know he broke TJ Doheny
That's
back in
that's
a
a
fight?
way different weight classes.
Whoa, that was crazy, B3.
You talking
I mean,
about
not
little
everyone is 6 foot
kids.
tall, bro. Like, not
Come
everyone
on,
is 6 foot
yeah.
tall, bro. Like, what do you want to do?
Those weight classes don't compare to heavyweight.
Did you know that
Stop.
he did that, Marky?
That ain't heavyweight. That's
What? That
Usyk.
he broke the man's hip?
That's heavyweight.
But
It
He
was his
broke his
hip, not his
back.
back. It was his
It's like
hip.
he punched him in his gut and his back broke, man. This
That
dude, in a way,
That's some
is
Joe
that's
Louis
light.
type stuff. That's Joe
That's
Louis
yeah,
type
light
stuff.
man.
heavyweight.
how
That's
can you hate on Naoya Inoue right now? I'm still trying to figure that
Well,
out.
well, hold on. First and
ain't
foremost,
nobody hating on him.
because he
Damn.
acting like he don't want to meet Tank at a catch weight. That's why he has an issue. That's why we have an issue.
But
That's the
why
only reason
don't Tank
I'm on
have the
Inoue's team
nuts to fight
because
dudes at his
of the
weight
jab
class?
and the head movement, though.
If you're looking for something to hate on, you're gonna find something to hate on.
But we do need
Ain't
that
no
Tank at a catch
ain't
weight, though.
nobody hating on anyway though. I
You
just think
are.
he overhyped. No, I'm not. What are you
How many
talking
But you
about?
divisions
don't
now
think
is
Overhyped?
under
Tank is
his belt?
overhyped.
How
How?
many divisions
Yeah,
does Inoue have?
he
Hey.
overhyped.
4.
Y'all treat him like Manny Pacquiao. He ain't no Manny Pacquiao. Cause he went up these divisions. What
I
division
mean,
did he
Manny ain't
start
never
at?
been a 2-time undisputed.
What
So
what division did anyway start at?
now
108,
you like yeah, 108,
108, and now where he at?
122.
122.
That's not that much. You
Yeah,
telling
that's
me
14
that
pounds. You're right.
you telling me that did more than that in one fight?
Oh man.
See what
But
I'm
everybody
saying?
gave
That's
but
overhyped.
everybody
That's
gave Bud
overhyped.
Crawford.
Nah.
No,
Everybody
blah
gave
blah
Nah.
Bud.
blah.
Everybody
No,
gave
blah
Bud
blah
Crawford
blah
credit
blah blah
when Crawford
blah
moved up 12
Hold on, we gotta
pounds
cook. We
to
gotta
blah.
beat
cook.
Earl's
I
bench.
got
This man's
blah
just a
that
cap
man.
artist.
I got blah
You're a
blah
cap
blah
artist.
that. You tried to brush
He got
over
the
it. You
Inoue
tried to
derangement
brush
syndrome. It's
over
fine.
that point.
It's fine.
You try to brush over that
Yeah, he got
point. Blah
IBS.
blah blah. Blah
He
blah
got
blah
IDS.
blah.
You said
Nobody try to hear that, Marky. You just heard what I said. Benavidez did. He went up
Oh, the
more
juice.
weight than that in one fight, man. And anyway, overhyped.
So what,
Stop
man? Not
it.
everyone is 6 foot tall, bro. Not everyone is 6 foot
man,
tall,
and the
bro,
Nah,
and
ain't
fact
no
and
and hold
so
on,
206
what.
Ja.
pounds, bro. Like, what
Ja,
are you
the
How's
gonna
it
fact
do?
that he
so
went in
what?
there with the taller man, the rangier guy, a southpaw,
A
and he had
killer.
a betterly hand. Yeah, somebody that's really stepping on people. He stepped on the Sheeta. In six
My
rounds, he took
goodness,
his belt.
bro.
I
You know what
mean,
Josh
so
sound like to
Yeah,
me, B3?
Benavidez stepped
Undefeated,
on him.
A
undefeated,
black.
dude.
Josh sound like a black Larry Merchant. Why
Yo
doesn't
talking
Floyd
about
move? Why
yo
doesn't
talking
Floyd
about
move up and
race
fight
now.
Triple G?
Why
Why
you
doesn't
why
he
you
move
take
up
it
and
to
fight
race,
Triple
yo?
G?
This
Why
how
doesn't
when I
Floyd move
know
up and fight
somebody
Klitschko?
ain't got
You
no
sound like a hater.
backbone. This how I know when somebody ain't got no backbone. You start talking
you
about
broke up
race
on him, Ja.
and do you I'm saying Marky ain't got no backbone. He started talking about race
No, no, no,
No,
and
no,
I'm
nah,
talking
after
Ja,
about
he
you.
Ja, you
after
missed
he
it.
Sound
just
like Larry
Hold
Merchant.
on, Ja, hold on, Mark. No, Ja, that reference was, Larry Merchant. He always gave Roy Jones and Floyd like he was always like super critical of them. Like he never
Yes.
would get them full credit. So that's all he's
yeah, he
saying. He ain't
keep
saying it
on
like that.
Yeah.
comparing, but that's why he ain't got no backbone though, cause he keep on
But
comparing anyway to them, and then he brought up the race thing. Then
come on.
when I made a clear point, Benavidez then moved up more weight in one fight than anyway
That's
whole
another thing Larry
career.
Merchant used to do. Larry
Look,
Merchant
But
loved to
where is it written? Ja,
now he
Ja,
try to
where
talk
is it?
over top of the point.
Ja,
That's
where is it
clear.
written?
That's
Where is
clear
it
weak.
written? Hold on. Where is it written in boxing that you have to be constantly moving up? And when did that become the
Ain't
measure of
nobody.
greatness,
I
bro?
never said that. I never said y'all saying
You
about
said he a whack
anyway.
bully.
Look, why you can't let somebody speak when it's clearly their turn? At the irony said something to me and I
That's
started
right, Bobby.
speaking.
Salute, Bobby.
Man,
So
That's
so
right.
so y'all trying to use that for anyway's sake. Like, oh, he moved up this many weight classes. Man, he barely moved up that much weight. He's a weight bully and he overhyped.
But he punishing these dudes, man. Everybody in his way, he's stepping on them, Ja. He
There's
ain't
And,
to me
and
ducked
another one.
nobody. He ain't
33
duck
and 0 is
nobody.
overhyped. Gotcha. 33 and 0
Ain't
means you're overhyped. Gotcha.
you don't need to duck nobody when you weight bullying. What is he
Look at
talking
his
Mm.
about
record. Let me pull up
ducking?
his record here.
Who
Let me
did
pull up
he
his
need to
record.
duck?
Man, in a way, listen, bro. In a way, I know you're gonna hear this. I know they're gonna translate it for you.
And then
Move
he
up,
won.
fight Shushu, don't fight Espinoza, and fight Tank, and just call it a career. Do not fight
Why you
Espinoza though.
say
I don't
don't
like
fight
that fight from him.
Why does he
Espinoza
have to
though?
fight Tank though?
Why
Espinoza
though?
like a 6'2", man, 130. I don't even
See,
care to see that.
see,
I don't
see.
even care to see that.
He
I
been
want to see Tank though.
protected. Anyway,
Yeah.
soft.
That don't
That's
make no
why.
sense, B3 though.
That's
That
I
don't
why
make
he
no
don't need to
sense.
fight Espinoza because
mm-mm.
he soft. Because he
Nah, he will fight
soft.
him. The thing about in a way, a fight him, but it's just I
He
don't know.
gonna get
I think
spanked.
if you talking about somebody's a weight bully, then we gotta look at Espinoza.
Man, that fight with Nakatani deserve a rematch.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Oh, oh yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
agree
Hey,
with
oh
that.
yeah, yeah,
I
for
agree with
sure.
that.
I said that after the fight.
Two
Absolutely, bro.
judges had it 8-4, another one had it 7-5. Close enough.
That was a good
Um,
fight, man.
it was a good fight. I mean,
Until
people are
anyway started fighting
it's funny how
dirty because he was
people forget
desperate.
about an opponent. That's the problem with USA boxing in general. Like you get one loss. I don't know when did this happen, right? But you get one loss, and all of a
Mayweather.
sudden people are forgetting. Nah, but I'm not one of those that puts that solely on him because he did what worked for him. If you took that literally, that's on you, bro.
That's the
That's how
blueprint,
I
though,
see it.
irony.
Man,
That's the
man,
blueprint.
That's the blueprint for him. For him.
What I'm saying
Mayweather,
to be TBE. These guys that come into boxing to be the best in the world, to be the best. You know what I'm saying? Like the Mount Rushmore of boxing. So I mean, he set a high standard. That's all that is, irony. He set a high
man,
standard.
I don't agree with that, but
Mayweather
okay.
was a workhorse though in that
That's just what
ring.
it is. I know you don't agree with their
No.
mentality,
It is what
but
it is.
like look at T.O.
I get
What
you.
did
I
T.O.
get you.
say when he lost? He cried. He said, "Now I can't be as good as Mayweather."
It
Why you
was
think Devin
already
was
too
dancing?
late.
Why you
Okay.
think Devin was dancing when he got his old back? It's like, shoot, I can still chase Mayweather. I can still chase Floyd. Floyd is talking to these guys. He talking to these guys. They know what it is, how
Man,
competitive Floyd is.
Nah, bro.
So
Look at
B
nutshell.
Chavez. Look at Chavez with the
If you
Mexicans and
know
how he
if you
do.
know boxing history, you know damn well that there's a lot more that goes
B3
into this than
Yeah.
just freaking oh man.
B3
Seriously.
man,
hmm
Like come on.
It's
man,
the
we
modern era,
can't.
though. Go ahead.
You hear me? We can't let them be delusional like Devin dancing because he got his old back. T.O. talking about now he can't be as good as me. Like they delusional. Like if you really just pay attention, Mayweather was really working in all his fights.
I
He
was
was
watching that
really
Madonna fight the other day. Yeah.
One of the biggest things that Mayweather get credit for is how much in shape he was, how much he put
hmm
in his training. He did that in the ring too. Like these
hmm
guys be lazy in there. They be trying to get away with like if you go to the gym and you don't really put that much work in that day, they be trying to get away with
hmm
doing that in actual fights. Like I can't stand that they compare themselves to Mayweather and they never will put that work in that he put in. Like
Yeah, that's silly
go
But
as
look at
hell.
what you got.
ahead.
We can't
Yeah.
speak about Devin in that same. Devin definitely put the work in. That's
Nah,
a
but he
fact.
delusional though. He delusional.
You gotta be
Mayweather
though. You gotta
Mayweather
be a
is a
little bit.
small
That's true,
no,
B3.
not
You
in
have
that
we
way
got
though.
cause then you gotta tell yourself that you the best in the world.
Yeah.
Nobody can beat you. You gotta convince yourself
That's not the
before
Muhammad
you
Ali
do
same,
it.
but
said it. Muhammad Ali
that's not
said
the
it. I call
same that I'm talking about delusion though. I'm talking about delusion to the point of you feeling like you comparing yourself to Mayweather. If you was really comparing yourself to Mayweather and you was serious, you would be campaigning at 140. For most of the time you was campaigning at 135, then you would be at 147. Like
But he
Mayweather
had
would
to fight. He had to fight his Corrales at the time, which was Loma.
he lived.
He had to fight the best of the
No,
era. He
that
had to
ain't
fight the best
that.
of his era.
No, I'm
yeah,
You
saying
see what I'm saying?
he
yeah,
no,
yeah.
but he had people at
That's
higher
true.
weight classes for that.
Like
That's
who?
not true.
Who was
Devin
at
is.
140? Who was he gonna get credit for at 140?
It's plenty of people he could get credit for at 140. Man,
I'm
it's
just
all
saying
about
at
Martin.
that
how.
time,
No, look,
Lomachenko
look.
was the biggest in the sport. He
No,
was a pound for
for
pound guy.
I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying about the Loma thing is like Loma is not Devin's Corrales. The fact that he made Loma into that, it's a tarnish on his legacy. Like you made Lil Loma You're
No, no,
Corrales.
I
put
would
that
Like,
say
on
I
no,
would
Bob
say
hold
Arum's
Brian
on.
Norm.
legacy.
Brian
No,
Norm is
hold
more of
on.
his
Let
Corrales.
me finish what I'm saying though,
Yeah.
cause it's just
Mm-hmm.
my perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it come to Devin, I respect him more if he was more campaigning at 140. Like he barely stayed at 135, and he wasn't worried about the Lomas, the smaller guys, the Tanks, and even worrying about Shakur and them. He could have been the man at 140. Then he could, and Bud was already gone, right? Or he could have been the man, and then he could have been the man at 147 after that. Like that's more respectable for Devin though. Like, but to try to put him and say Loma, it's like he literally, and that's one thing I said about Devin too. It's like he literally trying to be another man. Like he's trying to be Floyd. Even when you see his defense, right? He was going to wind up getting caught because the way he used his defense was exactly the way Floyd was doing. When Floyd do like a little duck, like that little dip Floyd do, where he get away from shots that he ain't even supposed to get away from, it's because he using his body makeup and he's already shorter and he's able to do that. He's quicker. He's able to do that. Like these guys is delusional. Like you never was
Devin
going.
traded with Floyd Senior for a
You
while
never.
though.
You
He did.
that don't mean nothing. Hold on. Just let me finish what I'm saying. Just cause
God
Devin
damn.
trained, that don't mean nothing to what I'm saying. That Devin trained with Floyd Senior. That has nothing to do with what I'm
He put
saying.
he made him. He made both guys. Ja.
Come
That
on, bro. Chill
yo,
out.
that's like somebody saying I don't like Roy Jones because he trained
Bless you.
everybody to fight just like him. Like you can't make Devin into Floyd though. You could train both fighters, but they both not gonna be Floyd. It's only gonna
Well,
be
you
one
don't think he could
Floyd.
have
And they
similarities to
they
Floyd?
delusional. He can have similarities, but he can't get away with the stuff Floyd got away with
I don't
defensively.
disagree with
And
that.
then
I don't
and then,
disagree.
and went to show, and then he can't get away with he can't have the same type of legacy at the same weight class and be respected just as much as Floyd. Floyd is a smaller guy.
Well,
So
Floyd
That's why
that's
ain't
it
never
doesn't make
been
sense
delusional.
to compare
Floyd ain't
yourself
That
never
to
been
him.
dropped. Floyd ain't never been dropped 4 times or been sloppy. So I'll agree with you on that.
even but
I don't think
besides that,
anybody
just the
will
fact
ever.
that
Well, let me just say
Floyd
this,
is a
Doc.
smaller
Golly.
the fact that Floyd is just a smaller fighter, that's the difference too. Like Tank versus Loma, or when Shakur was lower and fighting Loma, that would have been more credit to them because they actually smaller. And everybody knew that the whole time. You're not about to get the same legacy as Floyd and try to literally fight. Like if he could have fought at 130, he would have been fighting at 130. And he would have looked like a clown doing it. You ain't getting that respect that you're looking for. It's delusional is all I'm saying.
Right,
My
which makes
fault.
no sense why you compare yourself to
Oh,
Floyd. Why would you compare yourself to Floyd if
yeah.
it don't make no sense to begin with,
And then
you know?
Floyd didn't really get that type of. He might have got like the pound for pound respect, but everybody did like in an underhanded way. Where at the same time they would be dissing him every chance they got, talking about but he's so boring. Oh yeah, yeah. Mayweather might not ever lose, but who really wants to watch this? So I mean, it's like, do you really want to
And
be
he
compared to
wasn't he
Floyd like
wasn't
that, or do
even
you want to
born.
come out here and be like Monster Inoue or like a David Benavidez, knocking shit over, or excuse me for cursing, but knocking stuff over, getting millions of dollars to do it, and people ain't pulling up because they hate you and want to see you lose. They pulling up because they actually love to see you fight. So I wouldn't want to be talked about or compared to Floyd in that way. But hey,
I wouldn't want to be young
Devin
and
Haney does.
disrespecting a living legend like Shakur. He compared himself to Floyd, but it's just disrespect. Floyd wasn't boring like you at all. Not even in the amateurs or nothing. Floyd fights was always entertaining. Like that's a lie. Floyd wasn't born, and
Uh,
then Floyd got just as many fans as he got haters, if not more fans. Floyd is somebody who used to actually take your fans from you, and you could be in a different race, and he'd come. and he'll do the race thing, and he'll take your fans, take Ricky Hatton fans, take old boy fan
He ain't
who
take Ricky
slept
Hatton
package.
fans.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Nah,
Marcus,
did.
even after he
Marcus,
put even
Marcus.
after he put Ricky Hatton
Marquez,
down, they was still up in that arena singing
he
"It's
took some of the
only
fans.
one Ricky
Of
Hatton."
course,
Oscar.
they
He did
not
that with
disres,
Oscar
The
too.
fans
they
went
Yeah, he
not
home
did
to
that with
turning
England.
they
Oscar too.
they
Oscar
They
not
went
did that
home
turning
with
to
their
England.
back on Ricky, but he got some of the fans off of that. He got their respect. He got their fans, man. You ain't never hear nobody coming back like F Floyd for he wearing the Irish colors or something like. You ain't never hear that type of stuff. All the stuff you hear about Floyd don't got
Hold
really
on.
nothing to do with boxing, man.
Let
Talking
me
about
say
the
this,
man
y'all.
can't read or something like that.
We're gonna table it. We're gonna table it for Wednesday. I just heard something disgusting. I'm over here doing research. And Floyd Schofield Sr. lost 20K on Tiafimo Lopez versus Shakur.
Holy shit.
Like
I'm not
what in
surprised.
the like these dudes? That's what I'm saying is hatred, Mark. These dudes
Idiots.
gotta pray. These dudes gotta have a relationship with God, man. Because I mean, and then on another breath, he gonna say, "Well, he lost to Cambosis, so is Cambosis A level?" Goofball. If he lost to Cambosis, ain't no way in the world he gonna beat Shakur Stevenson. That's been a world champion since he was an amateur, a kid, pretty much. He's been the best in the world. These dudes just be doing stuff just to do it. That's
But
why I tell all my people,
how
we
you
got to
doing,
be
Mello?
intentional. We have to be intentional in everything we do. Cause
On that
we
side.
just gotta think, man.
On
These
that side,
dudes
Tony.
gotta lay off the gas, bro.
Hey,
Man, they
hey,
gotta lay off the gas.
let me get off of here real quick and tell. I love y'all on the panel in the chat. Appreciate y'all for
Love you
letting
too,
me
bro.
go in today. This one of my better days, like, and y'all let me go in. Yeah, I'm saying y'all let me take over for that. You know what I'm saying, real quick. So that's definitely love for that, and just in general. Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah. Hey, listen, appreciate you pulling up, John. Hey, beautiful panel today, beautiful live. We're gonna go ahead and close it out.
Let
Hey,
me
appreciate
ask
all.
Mark something real quick. You said you were from St. Croix.
Yeah, I'm from
Yeah.
St. Croix.
Is that
Hmm.
where Tim Duncan is from?
Yep. Hold
Awesome,
on,
man.
I got a panel guest.
Hello.
Hey,
That's
that
awesome.
was that was your son?
Yeah, no, that's my nephew, Ezekiel.
Oh, shout out to
God
Zeke,
bless.
man.
All right.
How old is Zeke?
He is 7 years old.
Okay, good.
But yeah, Tim
Yeah,
Duncan is from St. Croix, Emil Griffith, Julian Jackson from St. Thomas. We got a lot of killers that come from this island.
The Hawk, Julian Hawk Jackson.
Yeah.
man. Listen, shout out to Zeke. You can do great things in the realm of the greatest Zeke of all time, Isaiah Thomas, who is a two-time champ. I mean, he's a
I
a
did a
college
tribute for him the
standout.
other day. It was his
You did?
birthday. Like, yeah, it was his birthday. I think it was. My last live was yesterday. No, the one before on Thursday. Last Thursday, it was. I think it was 65 years old birthday, and I
Man.
showed some highlights and
What
shit.
was he?
It was
And then
awesome.
look, you look at all this like this day and age irony when we be complaining about racism and getting mistreated and all this stuff. This brother literally played for Bobby Knight. Brother,
Yeah,
he played for and won a title and won a national championship.
And you remember what Bobby Knight told Isaiah Thomas' older brother when he came to his house? He said the KKK started in Indiana, and he said if the
Mm-hmm.
boy playing good, they'll protect him.
Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, he
yeah.
ain't playing around. Listen, that's why you got to be extremely you got to be prayerful out here because you got a lot of different energy going around. But when you at the top of the sport, if you doing something positive, people gonna look out for you. If you talking too much, if you showing your backside, if you're not being respectful,
Oh,
these people gonna put you right down. They're gonna lay you down right where you stand. They don't care. So I tell everybody we got to use our sense. We always got to use our judgment when we move around with these people and just always let our light shine. But we got to have God first because a lot of times
Yes,
we'll
sir.
think we're doing the right thing, but we be missing it. You be missing. You'll miss the mark. Nobody cares that you're smart. They don't. Nobody cares about that. They care that you're respectful and that you know your place. That's just what it is. Now, when you're a child of God, your place is wherever you want it to be. But that's being the head, not the tail, but it just got to look a certain way. is you gotta look at when you're moving around in these circles, it's gotta look a certain way. So Zeke did a hell of a job with his career, and young Ezekiel, he gonna do the same thing. We praying over him that he covered,
Absolutely.
and we
You're
want
gonna
him
be
in
a
the group.
veterinarian.
Second best UFC of
Yeah,
all time, as far as I'm concerned.
yeah, that's what we talking about. That's what we want to see. We want to listen. We got to support our young brothers and young sisters. They got to see men doing it the right way, so that way they can have something to aspire to. Because a lot of times it's so much destruction out here. I've been praying against lust and perversion and all these different things because the kids see that stuff. They see that stuff, and we just got to make sure we continue to lead by example. Love y'all, man, and a great panel today. Beautiful, beautiful live. Appreciate you, Arnie, pulling up, blessing the panel today, bro. That was great.
Thank you,
Shout out to
man.
Mark and
I
Freed
became
and
a
everybody
member. Do
pulled
you
up.
see that?
You did?
I think I did. It says John. It says see perks here. I don't know. Can you confirm that
Hold
or
on,
no?
let me check, man. I
It
appreciate
should
that.
have
Hold
sent you
on.
an email, Irony.
Say that again.
I say it should have sent you an email. So just check your email. It
Let's see.
should confirm it there.
Let's take a
Let me take a quick look.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
Member of B3P.
I see it right there. Well, wait, listen. One
It says
person
here
fall off, another.
you're a member of the wackiest channel in you. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Nah, appreciate you, Arnie. That's that, man. That's love, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm trying to see who fell off because it's still saying we got 15. So we're gonna have, people come and go. The right people gonna find us. We putting God first. We got a no cursing panel. So everything blessings gonna flow through to us because we doing the right thing. We being an example for the youth, how men are supposed to conduct themselves. So I'm thankful. I'm doing it on TikTok. I'm gonna do it on YouTube and everywhere I'm at, putting God first through Christ, and everything gonna work out for us in our favor. Thankful for all the support today, man. Appreciate Irony joining the channel. That's love. And shout out
Thank
to
you, man.
Kale for the color in the chat, Ja for the color in the chat, Bentley for the color in the chat. Man, listen, we building, we growing. We gonna continue to prosper, y'all, even as our souls prosper. But listen, don't hesitate to hit me up if you need anything. Let me know. Hey, we be back on Wednesday. Love y'all. I'm gone. Peace.
I need money.